authority back on Democrats, they may not like the consequences. That's what happens when you think justice should only be administered to your political enemies. I'm Jason Chaffetz, Fox News contributor and host of the Jason in the House podcast.
You've been listening to the Fox News Rundown. To hear the podcast version of this program, go to foxnewspodcasts.com. And for all the latest news, go to foxnews.com.
Shantae, can you sweep that, please?
Mina's salon business is growing faster than she can keep up with. She needs a new shop manager before her bookings go out of style.
Curtain bangs and balayage would look so good on you. Just hang on one second. Can you please answer that?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
There's confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID. One thing is certain. Whether or not you're vaccinated, you need an accurate thermometer to check for fever, the leading sign of flu and COVID. Be vigilant and contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever. Don't rely on non-contact thermometers that have little or no scientific studies. Only the Exergen temporal scanner thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Learn more at exergen.com.
With your help, our servicemen and women who deployed around the globe will receive Christmas greetings and thoughts of home to brighten their holidays.
After months of legal wrangling, former Beatles John Lennon finally won residency in the U.S.
877 Fort Myers 33902. Make a soldier smile this holiday season. Help us send 10,000 Christmas cards to our troops. Check out 925foxnews.com. It's our way of putting a little goodness back in the world.
Thank you from all of us at 925 Fox News.
Greetings from Health Plan Network. First, a sincere thank you to the folks at WFSX and their loyal listeners. The response to our recent individual health insurance ads have been phenomenal. Second, a short history lesson. When the federal government made their last attempt at socialized medicine or Obamacare, most insurance companies refused to participate, leaving millions with no choice but the high premiums and deductibles on the marketplace. On the other hand, our clients were able to keep their non-cancelable coverage and have enjoyed low premiums and great coverage for the last 7 years.
Hey,
The new administration has promised another run at their stated goal of nationalized health insurance. If you're on Obamacare, uninsured, or uncovered now, it's the time to act. Protect yourself and family with non-cancelable coverage guaranteed to age 65 now. Call me at 239-268-6712 or visit our website at healthplannetwork.net.
Get the latest trends in technology, cybersecurity alerts, and gadget news daily. Subscribe and listen now by going to foxnewspodcast.com.
We're so glad you set your radio right here. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News.
I'm Pam
Right,
Pinto.
all
Fox
along.
News. Deliberations are set to begin this morning in the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial. Prosecutors in Kenosha, Wisconsin, painted the teenager as a wannabe soldier who was looking for trouble when he showed up at violent anti-police demonstrations armed with a rifle. Rittenhouse shot 3 men last year, killing 2.
This is someone who has no remorse, no regard for life, only cares about himself.
The defense maintains
every person who was shot was attacking Kyle. One with a skateboard, one with his hands, one with his feet, one with a gun.
In anticipation of a verdict, hundreds of National Guard members are on standby. They spoke for more than 3 hours last night, but according to the White House, the origins of COVID-19 never came up during President Biden's virtual summit with his Chinese counterpart.
It seems to me we need to establish some common sense guardrails to be clear and honest where we disagree and work together where interests intersect.
Tensions between the U.S. and China have been high, most notably over Taiwan. Some common ground in a deeply divided Washington.
Flags blew hard on a windy, chilly autumn afternoon as President Biden celebrated his signing of a $1 trillion infrastructure bill.
Democrats and Republicans can come together and deliver results.
The president paid tribute to lawmakers from both parties who helped craft the bill, infusing federal investments in roads, bridges, and high-speed internet.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Today, the president heads to New Hampshire to promote the package. Tomorrow, he'll be in Michigan. America's listening to Fox News.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was
This
stomach
update is
issues.
presented by
So I did my
Spinal
research
Care,
and talked
the
to my
leader in
doctor,
Spinal
and we
decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Taking a look out on our roads in Lee County, things looking very nice, very quiet this morning. No big accidents or incidents, things in the road to report. Only area of congestion I'm seeing at the moment, 41 heading northbound, right around where it crosses over with Daniels Parkway, seeing a little bit of a trouble spot, but shouldn't inconvenience you too much. The rest 41 though looking great. 75 clear all the way, and your bridges smooth sailing across the board. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a bit of a chillier start to the day, temperatures should be warming up nicely for this afternoon under a mostly sunny sky. Look for highs reaching near 82 degrees today with winds of the north and east at 10 to 15 miles per hour as we keep with some lower humidity for today. Heading into tonight, we keep it dry straight through your Wednesday morning. A bit more cloud cover allowing for a slightly milder start tomorrow with a low near 62 degrees. We'll warm up to 84 for your Wednesday under a partly cloudy sky. Staying dry through tomorrow. However, rain and thunderstorm chances return for Thursday and Friday as we round out the end of the work week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here, 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
True relief for back and neck pain.
Back pain, neck pain, we hear so much about it every day, but most people never understand what causes it. Very often, it is more than just sore muscles. Many times, it is caused by disc and nerve compression in the spine. This is very often not addressed. The only way to get pressure off the discs in the spine is to decompress the discs. Here at Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, non-surgical spinal decompression is a specially designed, computerized table to provide gentle, precise pulling to draw pressure off the discs and release the nerves. This process draws blood back into the discs, allowing them to heal. Completely safe and comfortable for any age. No hanging upside down. Patients with stenosis, sciatica, bulging discs, neuropathy, scoliosis all find great, long-lasting relief with decompression. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
I'm Russ McCaskey.
I'm Nicole Gabe.
The news doesn't wait.
And neither should you.
Breaking right now at 3, an update on a recent investigation.
Sheriff's Office is holding a press conference.
When it breaks...
Wink News now. Wink News now. It breaks on Wink first. Wink News.
We know you'll agree.
The place to be at 3
is Wink TV.
Next, Rachel.
You got me in the kitchen.
Maria Schreiber shares her journey.
This is so personal to us, to our family.
To spread Alzheimer's awareness with a brain-boosting snack.
Not about losing weight. It's about having a sharp brain.
Then,
we are giving the turkeys off.
Even meat eaters will fall for Chef Spike Mendelssohn's Meatless Thanksgiving. Plus,
this is one of the first meals I remember in life.
Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, weekday mornings at 11 on the CW.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, managing partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
Thank you for waking us all up out here.
For all you do. And thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, good morning, Southwest. Here, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast, and, of course, 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. And we appreciate you getting all those cards, those Christmas cards with the warm message inside for our men and women serving overseas. Thank you for doing that. Mel's Diner, a big thank you to Mel's Diner for being a drop-off location. You can go to any one of their locations to drop off your cards, your group, your organization, your school, your business. We do appreciate all of you for doing that. And, of course, Kim Gade and everybody at Lee Health who are working hard. Volunteers, it's a lot of hours, everybody. It's a lot of hours. It's a lot of time to vet all of these thousands of cards that come in. And we cannot tell you how much we appreciate what they do. So again, 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers 33902. All right, coming up this morning, first of all, Jake, just want to check on you to see how you're doing. You were complaining about how cold it was this morning. For those of you who are visiting Southwest Florida, who are not full-time residents of Southwest Florida, who are not used to this kind of weather necessarily when you're here visiting, because typically, you're looking for 80s, and I don't know when the next time we're going to even be in the 80s. We got a couple of days or weeks, but how long is it going to be before? It's cold. It's just flat out cold. I don't even know what the temperature is right now. Was it 50s when you came in?
It's Burr.
It's a Burr scale for Jake. Is that how that works?
Yeah, 3 R's.
3 R's. So a little chilly. And forgive us, we're all like, Jake is typically not. Well, let's just put it this way. He's a little more miserable this morning than usual. You woke up this morning, and what was the temperature in your house?
67.
67 degrees. When you hit 67 as your sleep temperature, when you get to that point, it's cold.
My eyes hurt.
And then it's the fun time of the year, just sharing this because everybody can relate to this, that you have the lovely smell of all the months and months and months that have gone by. That you haven't used the heater in your home. And then that first time that you turn the air conditioner on that turns into a heater that burns all of the, I don't even want to know what kind of substances are on the heater element on your air conditioning unit that ultimately sends that whiff, that waft of air that comes through your home that everybody knows that smell. It's a good thing we don't make candles with that smell. That's one of the things. There are certain candle smells that are lovely, that are nice. There are some things that are getting out of control, like the pumpkin spice stuff. And then there's that, I just turned the heat element on for the first time in my home in Florida smell. Everybody knows it.
Human flesh.
That's what it is, right? It's something like that. It's some weird, if you're going to get disgusting, it's awful. And every time you smell that, it's not winter's here, or it's that time of the year. It's the holiday season, or the temperatures are changing. It's season. It's season in Southwest Florida. This is just for you that are visiting, and everybody that lives here knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's season in Southwest Florida when that smell comes just rushing through your air conditioning unit. As it's 70 degrees in your home, and you're like, that's it. It can't go lower. This is my cutoff point. 70 is my cutoff point. If it goes lower than 70, that's it. I'm out. I am out. It is sweaters, sweatshirts, and then anything else that I could find to cover myself with. All right, enough of the temperatures. Who cares? Let's move on. Other things that are going on. Some shocking closing arguments yesterday in the Rittenhouse case. It's pretty amazing to find out that you lose the right to self-defense when you're the one who brought a gun. Is that how that works? When you show up someplace with a firearm, does that mean that you automatically lose your right to self-defense? You're not allowed to have... Who would say something like that? Well, the prosecution said that yesterday. Thomas Binger, the Kenosha County Assistant DA, he's the one that said it yesterday in the Rittenhouse case. I want to play some of that audio and ultimately understand this. We care about this case here in Southwest Florida. We care about this case across the country because this is an indictment on the Second Amendment. That's where they're going with this. When you know you don't have a case, like the Rittenhouse case, when you know that it is a clear-cut case of self-defense, the video has it, the witnesses have it, the people that the prosecution brought as witnesses pretty much laid it out. The case is there. The judge who knows exactly what the prosecution was doing, and it felt like the derailment of the case by the prosecution, some odd things that have happened in the past couple of weeks, lead us to the closing arguments yesterday. And if you had a chance to see them and hear them, and I'll play some of the clips, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, how the Second Amendment is on display, and it's the defense of the Second Amendment or the tearing down of the Second Amendment. It's going after you and your right to own and have a firearm on your person. And not only that, but when you look at this case and you see how it has transpired, the defense makes the clear-cut case that everybody has been saying. And I don't mean case as in this particular case. I mean case as in the overall why we care about this. Because it's politics. It's a political case. You can't take the politics out of it. But if you did, you could see that the district attorney's office had no case. They went forward with this case because they desperately needed somebody to be responsible, the scapegoat, somebody to not look at what was going on at the time, the rioting and the looting and the tearing down of cities. No. They had to find somebody that was going to flip that narrative, and they thought they found someone. And I mean, I guess we're going to see ultimately where the case leads and the concerns of many about what is going to happen in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And if the right decision is not made, that Kenosha will burn, that's a horrible thought. But we're going to play some of this audio right now because that is a very, very important piece to this story. So if you missed it yesterday, you had the judge who dismissed gun charges against Kyle Rittenhouse were able to put that side to rest. But you have the defense attorneys making the closing arguments that for some reason YouTube decided that they were going to take that. Did you know this, Jake? Anybody who was live streaming a public case, that anyone who was on YouTube and streaming this case live, YouTube decided that for a little while, I mean, until I guess they got enough pushback, that there were independent streams of this public trial on YouTube that YouTube decided to pull down. So bad enough that YouTube decided a few days ago that they were going to get rid of the dislike on YouTube, clearly because you see how many people will watch things that are political and destroy the narrative just by how many people hate it. Like any speech by Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or anything political on that side. But now you have YouTube suspending independent streams of the Rittenhouse trial during the closing arguments. Like they didn't want anybody to see this. Like the most awful thing that could possibly happen during this case would be people hearing exactly what was going on and the closing arguments of one side that has made it all about politics and the other side that has made the defense clear and succinct, self-defense. And they've made that case. But that was really a strange portion of this, like how that could possibly happen. So possessing a rifle, the judge said, yep, we're going to dismiss that portion of it. So that was good news for the Rittenhouse side. But then you have this from the prosecution. Listen to some of what was said yesterday. Go ahead.
When a bank robber robs a bank and runs away and the crowd comes after him, can he just shoot anybody and claim self-defense? If someone comes up to that person and tries to stop them, tries to disarm them, like Anthony Huber did, do they forfeit their life? Did Anthony Huber forfeit his life by trying to be a hero and stop an active shooter and protect others? Is that justified?
A hero? So the prosecutor now, in one portion of the closing arguments, tries to paint the rioters, people that were going after Kyle Rittenhouse, with firearms and going after them, him specifically, that they're going to paint these the rioters as the heroes. So that's the first part of this. Did you know that these were heroes?
No, they weren't.
Well, it's that's for the jury to decide. Don't taint the jury, please. Don't do that. So you have that. So the case now, the first part is they're heroes. Okay, so we got that. Okay, what else did he say? This is the prosecution now making their closing arguments. What else did they come up with?
So what does he do that night? Oh, let me tell you all the awful things Joseph Rosenbaum did.
Okay, Joseph Rosenbaum was the person that Kyle Rittenhouse shot and killed, after we come to find out he was going after Kyle Rittenhouse and was the one who pulled the gun on him. So let's see what they say about this gentleman.
He tipped over a porta potty that had no one in it. He swung a chain. He lit a metal garbage dumpster on fire. Oh, and there's this empty wooden flatbed trailer that they pulled out in the middle of the road, and they tipped it over to stop some bearcats, and they lit it on fire. Oh, and he said some bad words. He said the N-word.
Okay, so what the prosecution is trying to make the case is that, yeah, he might have swung a chain around. Now, did he hit anybody with the chain? That's an interesting question. Yeah, he set some dumpsters on fire, and he might have said the N-word, or the tisk, and all of these different things. But what he was trying to say, well, that's no reason to shoot somebody and kill somebody. Whoa, wait a minute. There's a whole big part there missing. There's a major part of this missing. The part of going after Kyle Rittenhouse. Again, acting in self-defense, which you're not allowed to do. You know that, right?
The court has also instructed you on provocation. You cannot hide behind self-defense if you provoked the incident. If you created the danger, you forfeit the right to self-defense. By bringing that gun...
by bringing the gun, you provoked other people to go after you. You following this, Jake? The prosecution now trying to make this case.
He has...
No, you stop. Prosecution trying to make the case that it was Kyle Rittenhouse who was being provocative in bringing a gun to Kenosha, which we come to find out the gun charges against Rittenhouse dismissed because it is legal to carry a long gun, a firearm there in Kenosha. And so that charge was dropped, but for some reason now we're told that anybody who has a gun, who is holding a gun, again, it goes back to if you have a gun, it's only for nefarious reasons. If you're holding an AR-15 properly, if you are somebody who's trained, who knows how to use a firearm, especially if you have an AR-15, it doesn't make a difference. The fact that you have it, just the fact that you own a gun means that you have nefarious reasons for it. You're up to no good. And that if you have a gun, you have no right to use it in self-defense. Again, it is an attack, everybody, on the Second Amendment. That's where we were going with this, because there was no other case. The entire case has been... These people are just evil, these prosecutors, to do what they're doing right now, knowing the consequences on the other side of this. I mean, I'll say that only because you understand and they know what could possibly be coming out of this case after the fact. We hope and pray that that's not the case, that it will not be rioting on the streets of Kenosha and maybe other places across the country because certain individuals did not get the verdict that they demanded, that they asked for, and there was no other choice. Knowing full well where we're going with this. And to suggest that somehow, that because he has a firearm, that he's the one that's being provocative, that it was his fault. And again, the defense makes the case pure and simple. As they said this yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a political case. We can take politics out of it as in Democrat and Republican, but the district attorney's office is marching forward with this case because they need somebody to be responsible. They need somebody to put and say, we did it. He's the person who brought terror to Kenosha. Kyle Rittenhouse is not that individual.
Yep. And they're right. That is spot on. They've got to find somebody to scapegoat, to say that this is the reason, this was the provocateur. It wasn't the people that were burning buildings, that were rioting, that were stealing, that were burning dumpsters, that were tipping over cars, that were swinging chains. No, it wasn't them. It wasn't them. It wasn't all the things that were happening around Kyle Rittenhouse at the time. No, that's not what it was. It was Kyle Rittenhouse himself. He's the problem. That's the case that the prosecution is trying to make. And look, we're going to see where this case goes. It's been all over the map, from the issue of the Second Amendment and self-defense to even trying to go to race as an issue here. I think it was Dinesh D'Souza on Laura Ingram's show last night who was talking about that and what he's witnessed when it comes to how this case has flipped and turned and changed from the prosecution and his thoughts on what was being said.
It's been so startling to compare the videos and also the facts as presented in the trial with the leftist media narrative leading up to the trial. For example, even small things that came out in the trial. At one point, Kyle Rittenhouse blurted out that his dad lives in Kenosha. And it turns out he has other relatives in Kenosha as well. And right away, I thought, wow, I've been reading for months and months that this guy crossed state lines. He was a chaos tourist. He was coming to Kenosha. He had no business whatsoever in Kenosha. Well, he has family in Kenosha.
Did anybody know that? No, you wouldn't know that because the left-leaning fake news media decided to keep that part of the story out because that hurts the narrative, right?
So one after the other, he's a white supremacist. He was chasing after those guys. They weren't chasing after him. Evidently, a lot of people were even under the impression that his victims were black. So, you had this elaborately constructed narrative. And if I'm someone reading the New York Times or just watching CNN, I would take in these lies. You can't even blame people for sort of completely being on the wrong track because they're fed misinformation on top of misinformation.
Right. Yeah, it's up there. And boy, is that the bottom line here. In this case and so many others, you can go through the Trump-Russia collusion hoax. You can go through impeachment. You can go through a lot of things with the former president. You can go through this case. You can go through other cases, whether it's, down the line. But that bottom line is so important to take away from this story and this case that will be decided by a jury very soon, and it's this. The media has a responsibility, you would imagine, to lay out just the facts. Not opinion, but the facts. Not to try to drive a narrative to a certain place, but to present the facts and let everything fall where it falls, and they don't. They drove a narrative. They kept portions of the story out. And how do you blame the CNN and MSNBC audience, as small, tiny, infinitesimal as it is? How do you blame that audience for believing and thinking something about the case that doesn't exist? Because that's what they're fed. And if they continue to be fed with this, we'll continue to be in this place. And they will. For what reason, I don't know. I mean, it is kind of shocking that their ratings are down in the toilet and their decision is to double and triple down. Why? Well, because you know why they exist. And it's not to present the facts. But that's why we're here. And that's why we'll continue to be here. And that's why they'll continue to be the forces going against the conservatives, Fox News, this station, my voice, others. It will continue. And it's okay. Because we have the facts and we present them. And as long as we can continue to do that, we can win the day. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com. The website Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate it. You watching and subscribing to the podcast. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
This
all
Fox
along.
Business Report is presented by the Darda Real Estate Group at dardagroup.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report. Wall Street not seeing much action Monday as investors stop to take a breath ahead of earnings reports later this week from Walmart, Target, and other big retailers. The Dow closed down by about 13 points. The S&P was pretty much flat. The Nasdaq down by 7. Restaurant brand International, the company that owns Burger King, is buying up Firehouse Subs for $1 billion. Got a thing for peanut butter cups?
Hershey's 9-inch peanut butter cup Thanksgiving pie sells out not long after its debut. Weighing 3.4 pounds, the holiday treat made of chocolate and peanut butter, promoted as being the company's largest Reese's peanut butter cup and the dessert everyone wants a piece of. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jill Nato, invested in you.
It's Medicare open enrollment now through December 7th. That means it's time to look at your coverage options. Whether you're almost 65 or been enrolled for years, you have a choice and the chance to pick the best plan for your lifestyle. Millennium Physician Group is here to help with our Medicare Connect program. Learn the latest plan options, compare coverage, and enroll. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com and live your best life with the best Medicare plan for you. Millennium Medicare Connect. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com.
Get ready for a night of solid gold with the Temptations. Please don't leave me, girl.
Surgery. Hey, it's Drew Steele. Don't do it. Not until you check out QC Kinetics. Get a second opinion. Learn about the natural biologic treatments, restorative, regenerative alternatives that can repair and restore damaged tissue in your knees, shoulders, back, and hips, other joints as well. QC Kinetics uses natural biologics from your own body and concentrates them in a precise damaged area for lasting relief. And it's an in-office treatment with no downtime, no drugs, and no surgery. Don't go under the knife if you don't have to. Call QC Kinetics and get a second opinion now. You've got nothing to lose. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics, 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN. Non-surgical regenerative options are here. Call 239-893-PAIN. Non-surgical regenerative options are here. Call 239-893-PAIN.
Are you going nowhere fast in a dead-end career? Or maybe you're concerned about maintaining your current lifestyle during retirement. Ever thought about self-employment as a career option? Hello, I'm business broker Bruce Violet. Self-employment just may be your best option going forward in order to secure your family's financial future. I can help you answer the question, is self-employment right for you? I currently have hundreds of businesses available, including affordable home-based businesses. I'll cut through all the clutter to find that perfect business match for you based on your background and income goals. And I work with all clients personally. Need a plan B? Then think B for Bruce. Thinking of buying a business or selling a business? Call me, Bruce V, at 800-980-2040 or see me online at OpportunityU.com. That's 800-980-2040 or OpportunityU.com. Are you ready for the next version of you? Call me, Bruce V, at 800-980-2040 or OpportunityU.com.
Welcome to worry-free banking for your business. At United Fidelity Bank, they offer checking and savings accounts with no hoops and no hassles. Their mobile apps provide you access to your business accounts on the go, and their treasury management services allow you to maximize cash flow by utilizing their impressive digital tools. Plus, with their easy-to-use online banking platform, their bank is always open. They invite you to come and see the difference at United Fidelity Bank, located at 14241 Metro Parkway, Suite 100 in Fort Myers.
To some, winter solstice is the darkest day all year, when you're trapped inside waiting for cabin fever. But to Closet Factory customers, the winter solstice is time to celebrate the space they rethought, re-inspired, and re-miracled into the happiest, clutter-freest part of home. We want you to get some of that Closet Factory magic now until December 21st. You'll get $250 in free accessories with any new storage solution from Closet Factory. Now through the solstice only at Closet Factory and ClosetFactory.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Still a fairly fairly quiet morning on our roads in Lee County today. Main trouble spots I am seeing near the Miramar Lakes area, Alico Road, heading eastbound, seeing a bit of a backup right around the area where it intersects with 75. Three Oaks Parkway, no surprise for this time of day. Heading southbound from Alico, seeing a bit of congestion there as well. We're still watching this crash on Cromwell Court and Legends Boulevard North. This is just off of Fiddlesticks Boulevard, causing a little bit of a delay heading northbound on Fiddlesticks towards Daniels Parkway, which is also seeing a bit of a backup this morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a bit of a chillier start to the day, temperatures should be warming up nicely for this afternoon under a mostly sunny sky. Look for highs reaching near 82 degrees today with winds of the north and east at 10 to 15 miles per hour as we keep with some lower humidity for today. Heading into tonight, we keep it dry straight through your Wednesday morning. A bit more cloud cover allowing for a slightly milder start tomorrow with a low near 62 degrees. We'll warm up to 84 for your Wednesday under a partly cloudy sky. Staying dry through tomorrow. However, rain and thunderstorm chances return for Thursday and Friday as we round out the end of the work week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
It's all right here at 92.5 Fox News. We've been right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. It's Thanksgiving season, and I have a lot to be thankful for. I thank God every day I'm an American, and I live in the great state of Florida, surrounded by all the beautiful people that live here in Southwest Florida. I also thank God for my family and friends, and my Rotary Club in LaBelle, and all the things that we're able to do to help our community. Every day when I wake up, I smile at my beautiful wife, Holly, and I'm thankful for the life we've made together. I hope you have a reason to thank God this Thanksgiving and share that reason with your family and friends. At Kobe Cooling, we're thankful for our family of customers and all the people that we interact with every day. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. Families serving families. Happy Thanksgiving from all the Kobes at Kobe Cooling. License CACO 57313.
Southwest Florida, are you getting the most out of your Medicare benefits? Annual enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. With the United Healthcare Medicare Advantage Plan, you get more for your Medicare dollar, including benefits like vision, hearing, dental care, and much more. Take advantage. Call United Healthcare today at 1-855-608-8763. That's 1-855-608-8763. Benefits, features, or devices vary by plan and area. Limitations and exclusions apply.
I'm Russ McCaskey.
I'm Nicole Gabe.
The news doesn't wait.
And neither should you.
Breaking right now at 3, an update on a recent investigation.
Sheriff's Office is holding a press conference.
When it breaks...
Wink News now. Wink News now. It breaks on Wink first.
Wink News. We know you'll agree.
The place to be at 3
is Wink TV.
Next, Rachel.
You got me in the kitchen.
Maria Schreiber shares her journey.
This is so personal to us, to our family.
To spread Alzheimer's awareness with a brain-boosting snack.
Not about losing weight. It's about having a sharp brain.
Then,
we are giving the turkeys off.
Even meat eaters will fall for Chef Spike Mendelssohn's Meatless Thanksgiving. Plus,
this is one of the first meals I remember in life.
Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, weekday mornings at 11 on the CW.
True relief for back and neck pain. Did you play golf or tennis today and wish that you didn't have to deal with the back or neck pain? Do you feel hesitant to swing all the way through or run across the court because of pain? People just assume they have to live with it or just get epidurals. They are wrong. People look at it from the wrong perspective. Most people only think about treating the symptoms and not the cause. At Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, we treat the cause using non-surgical spinal decompression. Now available for anyone, not just the injured or professional athletes. Spinal decompression is a safe, non-surgical treatment that takes pressure off the nerves and discs, increasing blood circulation, allowing the back to heal. Safe, long-lasting results for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, herniated discs, or even failed back surgery. Don't suffer. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Southwest Florida homeowners,
Home values are up and interest rates are down, which means now is a great time for a mortgage checkup. This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse. Many of you listening might have purchased or refinanced your home within the past year, so your mortgage could be the last thing on your mind. However, the real estate market has changed quite a bit in 2021, which means your home has likely increased in value. More equity in your home means there has never been a better time to get cash out for home improvements. You could also qualify for a lower mortgage rate with our no closing cost refinance loan, and for some, more equity in your home means you could eliminate mortgage insurance. Mortgage Warehouse is Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader. No points, no hidden fees, no closing cost, period. Give us a quick call today at 313-5000. That's 313-5000, mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the Drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Well, guess this, a new poll found that due to rising costs, nearly half of Americans will soon cancel at least one of their streaming subscriptions. You know, as soon as you cancel Netflix, you're going to hear your neighbor scream through the wall, "What the hell?" You go.
Is that what happens, Jake? Are you like, you don't have that kind of issue, right? You're not one of those people that are picking up somebody else. I guess, is the joke that somebody else is listening through the wall to your Netflix subscription, or that they're tapping into your? I don't know what maybe I'm a little off on that joke.
I don't know. Someone's listening.
Is that what it is? That they're listening? How could you possibly listen to a Netflix show and not watch it? You're just listening through a wall. I don't know. Why was that joke funny? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how a lot of the late night are necessarily fun. Every once in a while they come up with something humorous, but that I don't get that. Although there was a time not too long ago where that was like kind of the I don't even know if that's a thing, right? Isn't it? You can't really tap into somebody else's account like streams or anything like that. It's not like you can capture it off of Wi-Fi or anything like that.
I mean, like the actual, like what they're watching?
Yeah. It's like you're not going to...
I'm pretty sure you can find a way.
Well, I mean, there are certain people. I'm not saying they're in the building or anything like that or anybody we know. I'm just saying that there probably are some people that are out there that are trying to find different ways to pick up some streaming services. Let's just say low cost. Right? Yeah. That's not a. Hey, kids. No. Don't even start thinking about that kind of stuff.
They used to have like those piracy commercials before TV, like before movies. Is that still a thing? Like the FBI warning, you know?
Yeah, that's a thing. It should be a thing.
Maybe the ones I see are cut out. I don't know.
I mean, well, let me ask the ones that you see. I see what you did there. Very nice. All right. How did we go to this place? I don't know. It's a weird day today. Forgive me. I think you know what it is? It's like everybody's moving slow today because it's so cold getting up this morning that there is this kind of, if you're a Floridian, your blood hasn't warmed up enough yet to move properly. It's a very strange thing, right? What was that all about? I don't even want to know. We're moving on now. We're moving on from the illegal pirating of. We're just not doing any of that.
It's very bad stuff. FBI.
No, it's
to your house.
They need to be. You shouldn't be doing it, and they will find you. All right, 239-479-5592. Wow, I have no idea. Hey, moving on. Look at this. We got some more Let's Go Brandon news on the economy.
LGB. That's Let's Go Brandon, right? LGB. This means Let's Go Brandon. No. LGB. Sounds like Let's Go Brandon, I guess. LGB.
All right.
Let's go, Brandon.
The latest poll shows the president's approval rating continuing to drop, even after the infrastructure bill was passed, with Democrats still divided whether to spend another $1.75 trillion on his social program and climate plan, and as Americans' paychecks are stretched. Inflation soaring to a 31-year high, prices surging across the board, including gas jumping 50%, beef costing 20% more. Just today, Tyson Foods saying it's raised its beef, pork, and chicken prices because of escalating expenses.
But everything is fine. We're good. We're good. So the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, that baby is signed. And I'll tell you what, it's going to bring some joy and laughter. It's going to bring some tears. It's going to bring just all kinds of emotions going on as that was signed off on because, we need it with all the people that are feeling the pinch. By the way, wasn't that? That was NBC. I like that guy's voice. Is it just me, or does it sound like one of those old-time DJs? Yeah, everybody. My name is Lance Mannion, and how about we play the hits? They call that a puker in the business, right?
Kiana Cook in Maryland is struggling to pay the spiking costs.
It's pay the spiking costs. There's lots of spiking costs going on out there, everybody. Make sure you keep your costs in check. I don't know how they do that, but there are people that we've been through the... Anyway, okay, so having said all that, everything is good. The president signing the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, a bipartisan ceremony, that's right. And Joe forgot his mask. Wasn't there a moment where he's outside looking for his mask or something like that?
In America. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops.
Yeah.
Now let me sign this bipartisan bill.
Yeah, let him do it. Okay. He walks over to sign it. No masks. People stand around. Gotta have. Come on. Where's the prop? Where's the prop?
Oh, my mask.
Because Joe. Now nobody around. Joe's. Oh boy. Now Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer are behind him. There's Pete Buttigieg. Nobody's got a mask on, but Joe's got to go run and get his mask. Got to get that prop in place. So there you go. So it was a big ceremony yesterday. Cannot wait to spend all of this money on all the things that we need. There's $500 billion in there for infrastructure. It's $1.2 trillion. I'm not kidding. I'm looking at a couple of different websites where they're advertising how awesome the $1.2 trillion infrastructure and Jobs Act is, and $500 billion of it is infrastructure. Well, it's the jobs part, Drew. That's the whole thing. The rest of the money is going to go to jobs. Really? I didn't know. How does the government create jobs? How do we do that? How does that go? The government creates jobs? Is that how that works? Do you still think that, Jake, do you think that that's the case? Do you think the government creates jobs? How do they do that? How does the government create a job? The idea of the government creating a job is pretty hysterical. What they should do is they stay out of the way. If you have less regulations, what they can do is they could create a job by doing nothing. Don't do anything. You don't need any regulations. You stay out of our business. Everything moves smoothly. You let the free market and the private sector do what they do. It's not like the government's coming along and they're creating all the... Oh, boy, I'll tell you what. There's a lot of shovel-ready jobs. We're still on that. I mean, there's still people that think that. Government's creating all kinds of jobs. You better believe it. But anyway, I digress. So you've got Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Jim Clyburn, all the Democrats, Kristen Sinema, Joe Manchin are there. They're happy about it. Kristen Sinema, as a matter of fact, said that, quote, our legislation represents the substantive policy changes that some have said are no longer possible in today's Senate. The senators who negotiated this legislation show how to get things done. Get what done? What did you get done? What did you do? What did you do? What are if $500 billion is infrastructure, there's roads and bridges and broadband. Okay, where's the other money going? And then you have the Republicans. Now, just in case you're wondering, the Republicans that are being talked about, who were there yesterday, and some that are being talked about, the Epic Times had this story. I want to see if any of these names sound familiar to you. Because when I say these names, I want you to think... I don't know, kind of squishy, soft, no spine Republicans, maybe even some never-Trumpers in there. Some people that are certainly not on the conservative side. Let's see. We got Lisa Murkowski. It's right. Do I get a ding out there? Let's see. Lisa Murkowski, was she was there? Yes, Lisa Murkowski was. Okay. Susan Collins. There's a Susan Collins. Yep, Susan Collins side. Bill Cassidy was there. Is Bill Cassidy a never... Yep, you better believe it. Rob Portman. Oh, yes. All of these names that we all know, who are always the ones when we're looking at Republican support and we're saying, oh, boy, where are they going? Because They're the ones that are the most trouble. But we got to get them reelected, everybody. We got to get them back. So, $1.2 trillion measure originally passed the Senate in August with the support of all 50 Democrats and 19 Republicans, including Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and Mitt Romney. Great. All right. So, just so you know, everything is fine. When you're spending $100 a week on gas, it's very taxing. You better believe it is. When you're feeling the pinch and all the prices of everything is going up and there's money chasing goods, why not throw some more money out there so that there's more money chasing goods so that the prices can continue to increase? And like we said yesterday, if you're looking for a funny SNL skit, you're looking at the ones from the 70s when Jimmy Carter was doing the exact same thing. And it was Jimmy Carter who was presiding over an economy that had people standing in line to refinance their home at 14%. No joke. I was there. I know. There were also places where you could go where you could get gas. Oh, by the way, it was even odd gas days, you know, because sometimes you had to have the odd number or even number on your license plate in order to purchase gasoline. It depended on that specific day because, you know, there were shortages and prices and, you know, the like. And so when Dan Aykroyd is making fun of Jimmy Carter, and we played this yesterday, and I just want to play it again, and you want to talk about something that you listen to and go, oh my gosh, it sounds like what we're going through today. I mean, this is ridiculous. Is this what the president of the United States, Joe Biden, thinks? Well, I don't know. He was around when Jimmy Carter was president, and you listen to this SNL joke, Dan Aykroyd playing Jimmy Carter. Listen to this.
Inflation is our friend. For example, consider this. In the year 2000, if current trends continue, the average blue-collar annual wage in this country will be $568,000. Think what this inflated world of the future will mean. Most Americans will be millionaires. Everyone will feel like a big shot. Wouldn't you like to own a $4,000 suit and smoke a $75 cigar, drive a $600,000 car? I know I would. But what about people on fixed incomes? They have always been the true victims of inflation. That's why I will present to Congress the Inflation Maintenance Program, whereby the U.S. Treasury will make up any inflation-caused losses through direct tax rebates to the public in cash. Now, you may say, won't that cost a lot of money? Won't that increase the deficit? Sure it will. But so what? We'll just print more money. We have the papers, we have the mints. I can just call up the Bureau of Engraving and say, hi, this is Jimma. Roll off some of them 20s. Print up a couple of thousand sheets of those century notes. Sure, the glut of dollars will cause even more inflation, but who cares? Everybody will be a millionaire.
Yep. And that was in the 70s, Jimmy Carter, those days, and that was Dan Aykroyd playing Jimmy Carter in the 70s on Saturday Night Live. Hysterical. Not really. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Hey, when we come back in just a little bit, Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond, there's a lot going on in the county we're going to get to on the way. And also, you know, supply chain issues, how are they affecting businesses right here in Southwest Florida? We're going to have that conversation coming up as well this morning. Plus, more on the Rittenhouse case. Oh, hey, listen, if you thought that the funnies that had to do with who is it? Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States. That's a Pelosi laugh. Got interesting the past couple of days. Oh, yesterday there was another little gaffe, little situation with the Vice President. We'll play that audio coming up as well. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along with traffic. All right, it's Taylor Wirtz. She's got it.
Taking a look at our roads in Lee County, in the Fort Myers area particularly, things looking very nice. 75 and 41 pretty much in the clear all throughout. Main delays I'm seeing on Daniels Parkway heading east and westbound right around where it intersects with 75 and Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks seeing some delays in that area as well. Heading in the north and southbound directions. Daniels also seeing some trouble spots near where it intersects with Paul Doherty Parkway.
That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a bit of a chilly start for some today, temperatures warm up nicely under mostly sunny sky with highs touching near 80 for many of us. Across the area, look for winds out of the north and east at 10 to 15 miles per hour with dry conditions persisting as we head into your Tuesday night. Wednesday morning featuring a partly cloudy sky, low a bit milder near 62 degrees. We're back to 84 degrees tomorrow with a partly cloudy sky and rain chances returning for Thursday. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit savingtheinvestor.com.
With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now, there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
Hi, this is Jay, president of Big Island Builders. For over 20 years, we've been building homes in Naples and Southwest Florida. During that time, our company has had the privilege of building truly unique homes. One of those homes, located on Yucca Road in Naples, has caught the eye of the publication Gulf Shore Life. My interview and article on this unique home are in the November issue. Please visit our website to see a virtual tour of this truly unique custom home at BigIslandBuilders.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pugh with Melanie Pugh Gentle Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. I'm a long way from my hometown in Frenchburg, Kentucky, but I'm not far away from the values that I learned there. Take responsibility, work hard, do a great job, and treat people right. The world has gotten crazy, but I want you to know that when you step into our dental office, we follow those same values that I grew up with. That will never change. Learn more about us at drmelaniepugh.com. That's Melanie Pugh, Pugh.com.
Introducing the Comcast Business Gift of Savings Sale. For a limited time, ask how to get their best deal of the year on a gig bundle. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Offer ends 1/2/22. Restrictions apply. Go online for details.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Do you value professionalism and punctuality? Want to learn from and work with the best pros in the electrical industry? Then you're just who we're looking for. Mr. Sparky is seeking hardworking, committed, and trustworthy individuals. With industry-leading salaries, benefits, and growth potential, we also provide ongoing training. So come join our team at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-Sparky.
An equal opportunity employer.
Want to learn a new language so it will actually stick? Try Babbel. Practice real-life conversations in the Babbel app.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Get personalized help in Babbel's live online classes.
Classes are limited to 6 people, so everyone can get the help they need.
Review words and phrases with fun games, or dive into the culture with short videos. Whatever your learning style, Babbel gives you the tools you need. Babbel, more ways to learn. Now try Babbel free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Attention, Lee County residents. Lee County Solid Waste and Lee County Parks and Rec are hosting a household chemical waste collection event in Lehigh Acres at Veterans Park and Rec Center Saturday, November 20th, 8 a.m. to noon. Safely dispose of old paints and chemicals cluttering your garage. A convenient drive-through drop-off event Saturday, November 20th at Veterans Park Rec Center in Lehigh from 8 a.m. to noon. There's no charge, but no business waste is accepted. Call Lee County Solid Waste at 239-533-8000. That's 533-8000.
Hi, I'm Thomas from Storm Shield in North Fort Myers. I'm proud to represent a company that provides a top quality product and stands behind the product and the installation. At Storm Shield, we provide Energy Star certified windows and doors, an exclusive life of home warranty which covers the entire product as well as the installation. All products are certified made in the USA. We have an elite status with Home Advisor and offer no obligation estimates. Most manufacturers have a line of products that meet a variety of budgets and options. Sometimes vendors bait top quality products to earn your business, but switch and install another. We understand that you want to protect your family and home from the elements for years to come. Our priority is ensuring your protection without breaking the bank.
Call Storm Shield today for a free, no hidden cost, exact to the penny quote at 239-491-7002. That's 239-491-7002. Or visit on the web at stormshieldSWFL.com. License number CGC A60475.
Have you heard them yet? Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, today at noon, right after Glenn Beck. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
I just wanted to talk quickly about this story. I don't know if you know. Do you know who Lin-Manuel Miranda is? He did the Broadway version of Hamilton. That guy. No, Jake has no clue what I'm talking about. He only knows it if it's something that he could lift off of somebody else's Netflix. But anyway, long story. So yeah, he's slamming cancel culture. He says it's called, quote, having opinions, which is pretty interesting because if you actually read the story in the New York Post, this is what I think is funny to me. When the left goes after those that are canceling and the cancel culture, it's not anything necessarily to cheer. The 41-year-old discussed backlash against his own projects in a lengthy profile with The New Yorker. Miranda received some hate for his musical film In the Heights, where he was slammed for lacking Afro-Latinx representation. And he explains that he understands that critics will have opinions about his movies regardless of his high success. I just think it's funny that, they go after him and trying to cancel him so that all of a sudden now it's like, oh, I don't like cancel culture. Hold on a second. They're canceling me now. I just wonder, is it because they're canceling you or is it because they're canceling everybody? I mean, is that a generalization? Like, you don't like Lin-Manuel Miranda, like you don't like it when everybody's canceled, right? You're starting to pick up on the whole cancel culture thing, or is it just when you particularly are being canceled by the cancelers? Because that's what ends up happening. You end up running out of people. Soon you're going to get canceled, and that's what's happening to him.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. We're on the phone with our good friend TJ Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples. And listen, TJ, we know that when you're calling, something big is going on, something special is happening at Floor Meisters. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with the almost 1 million square feet of CoreTech inventory on hand. Talk about that.
Yes, I have the biggest selection in Southwest Florida, and I also probably have the biggest stock of CoreTech. Got almost 1 million square feet. I'm ordering it every day to keep up with demand and to make sure it's here, ready to go when you need it. I've got trucks rolling in every day. I'm buying for 3 to 4 to 5 months out to make sure you've got it. If you got a contractor who needs some floor and they can't get it, come see me. We probably have it here.
So when it comes to CoreTech, listen, you know where to go. The selection's unbelievable at Floor Meisters. And if you're a homeowner, contractor, installer, now's the time to visit their store at 6281 Naples Boulevard next to Costco or online at floormeisters.com.
Hey guys, it's Robbie Raw. As an RN and health and fitness expert, I know that self-care from head to toe is so important for a healthy, fit lifestyle. One of my secrets for staying active, fit, and pain-free are my amazing art supports from the Good Feet store. It's not just about what shoes you wear, it's what's in them and how your body aligns from your feet on up. I'm telling you, these were a game changer for me. I am as active as ever, and I feel like myself again. If you have foot pain, knee, hip, or back pain, the first thing you should do is visit the Good Feet store for a free personalized fitting and test walk. I'm not going to stop living my best life anytime soon, nor should you. To be the best version of you, you need to take care of yourself, and the Good Feet store can make that happen. And by the way, when you feel great, you look great, and that's the raw truth. Learn more and find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com.
This is 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right all along. On the radio, on your smart speaker, and online at rightallalong.net.
Promoting the package. I'm Pam Huso, Fox News. After signing landmark legislation, President Biden is hitting the road.
President Biden is headed to Woodstock, New Hampshire to tout the new bipartisan infrastructure bill at an event at the Woodstock Bridge, an 82-year-old structure over the Pemigewasset River. It's been on the state's red list of bridges in poor condition since 2013.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. Tomorrow, the president will travel to Michigan. Video diplomacy between the U.S. and China aimed at lowering the temperature between the two countries.
The president spoke virtually with Chinese leader Xi for more than 3 hours Monday night. They covered economics in North Korea, and President Biden raised concerns about human rights abuses by China.
All countries have to play by the same rules of the road.
The president also told Xi the two leaders have a responsibility to make sure their countries do not veer into conflict.
Fox's Jill Nato. The White House says the origins of COVID-19 were not discussed. In a few hours, jury deliberations in the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial will get underway in Wisconsin. The defense maintains Rittenhouse shot 3 people, killing 2 in self-defense.
When my client shot Joseph Rosenbaum, he feared for his life. He feared because of the prior threats, the prior statements, and the violent acts that had been witnessed by my client.
The prosecution countered.
When the defendant provokes the incident, he loses the right to self-defense. You cannot claim self-defense against a danger you create.
Rittenhouse traveled to Kenosha during violent protests last year after the police shooting of Jacob Blake. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Taking a look at our roads in Lee County, in the Fort Myers area particularly, things looking very nice. 75 and 41 pretty much in the clear all throughout. Main delays I'm seeing on Daniels Parkway heading east and westbound right around where it intersects with 75 and Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks seeing some delays in that area as well. Heading in the north and southbound directions. Daniels also seeing some trouble spots near where it intersects with Paul Doherty Parkway. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a bit of a chillier start to the day, temperatures should be warming up nicely for this afternoon under a mostly sunny sky. Look for highs reaching near 82 degrees today with winds of the north and east at 10 to 15 miles per hour as we keep with some lower humidity for today. Heading into tonight, we keep it dry straight through your Wednesday morning. A bit more cloud cover allowing for a slightly milder start tomorrow with a low near 62 degrees. We'll warm up to 84 for your Wednesday under a partly cloudy sky. Staying dry through tomorrow. However, rain and thunderstorm chances return for Thursday and Friday as we round out the end of the work week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
At home or on your phone, no matter where you roam, you can always get rightallalong.net, the new web home for 92.5 Fox News.
Taxes are never fun to talk about, but now more than ever, it is super important to have a plan to make sure you mitigate how much taxes you owe. Ty Lassiter here of Key City Capital to explain more. At Key City Capital, we are committed to protecting and growing our clients' wealth, and planning for tax is one of the most important ways that we can do that. The fourth quarter is a crucial time to make decisions to ensure that you have the lowest tax bill possible. Key City Capital has a tremendous track record of saving our clients up to 30% or more a year on their tax bill.
Call Key City Capital today for your free tax and wealth analysis appointment. Call 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
You know, joint relief doesn't have to mean drugs and surgery. Now there's a better alternative that patients are raving about. Hey, it's Drew Steele from my friends at QC Kinetics, local medical professionals using natural biologic treatments. Highly concentrated healing properties from your own body put directly into the affected joint, restoring and repairing damaged tissue the way your body was designed to heal. If you're tired of the Band-Aid solutions like drugs and steroids, and you really want to avoid surgery, you need to check out QC Kinetics. Regenerative, restorative, natural treatments for knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain, pain in your hips. Don't continue to suffer. And don't go in for surgery until you check this out. See it for yourself. See if you're a candidate. QC Kinetics. Call 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN. Non-surgical regenerative options are here. Call 239-893-PAIN. Non-surgical regenerative options are here. Call 239-893-PAIN.
When was the last time you checked in on your insurance? Give CIG a chance to review your current coverage and find you better rates. Hi, this is Brian Chapman at Chapman Insurance Group. My team and I are dedicated to finding you the best suited coverage at the best rates. Give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. I'm confident we can save you money for the same or better coverage. Qualified agents are standing by. Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda, CIGFlorida.com.
This Friday and Saturday only at Duncan's Diamonds. We're having our multi-million-dollar holiday VIP sale. As a very important person, you come in and make your best offer. This VIP sale is your chance to negotiate the best jewelry price of a lifetime. That's right, you name the price. This is the opportunity to save big on fine jewelry and diamonds for the holidays. Choose from Duncan's Diamonds' spectacular selection of certified diamonds and diamond jewelry. 5 times the selection of other jewelry stores. Duncan's Diamonds has the best selection of designer jewelry. Just make an offer on your favorite diamonds and jewelry. This weekend is the perfect time to buy at Duncan's Diamonds Holiday VIP. You can make your best deal on all diamond rings, bracelets, diamond earrings, and more. Select diamonds will be at wholesale prices. Don't miss this opportunity. No reasonable offer will be refused. This Friday and Saturday at Duncan's Diamonds in Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
Mel's Diner is talking turkey.
We're bringing back good times and great food.
Watch the parade, enjoy the dog show, and go to Mel's Diner 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Thanksgiving Day. Roasted turkey, roasted loin of pork, or Virginia ham steak with super salad, choice of potatoes and green beans and corn, incredible, only $15.99. Key lime fish, $17.99. Or Mel's slow roasted 10-ounce prime rib dinner, $19.99. Thanksgiving kids meals, just $9.99. Order Mel's famous holiday meals to go, serving up to 6, with your choice of fresh roasted turkey, roasted loin of pork, or baked all-natural Virginia ham, including all the fixins, and as a bonus, a whole pumpkin pie for just $79.99. Reserved by November 23rd. Mel's Diner does it all. Happy Thanksgiving from Mel's Diner.
Thank you for waking us all up out here. For all you do. And
thank you for giving us a voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for the veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live. DrewSteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. In just a second, Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond is coming up. We're going to talk about some of the issues here in the county. But first, I just wanted to mention this. Is she getting punked? I mean, how bad must Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States, feel at this point? There are just people that are not very excited that she's part of this administration. There's some tension, we're told, between the Biden White House and Kamala Harris, and there seems to be this division, and she's not exactly getting treated favorably, as some in her camp are saying, and they're concerned about that. Now, what would give them that idea? I don't know. Maybe yesterday on the signing of the $1.2 trillion infrastructure deal, which really wasn't infrastructure, and we can even get into that at another time. But she takes to the podium, and upon the signing of the bill, time for her to speak. The music's playing. It's, Hail to the Chief, which is a little strange because that's supposed to be somebody else's music. And she steps up to the podium. Listen to this, Jake. Here we go. Ready? This is one of those odd moments where you're thinking to yourself, I'm not sure this is the way this is supposed to go down. Here you go. Listen to this.
Please welcome Heather Kurtenbach.
In a moment. Please have a seat.
So not only do they have the Vice President of the United States step up to the podium playing Hail to the Chief, which with Joe Biden standing beside her, which is really strange, but then they introduce her as somebody else that's standing to the other side of her, Heather Kurtenbach. And yeah, no, that's not me. I'm the Vice President. I feel like you're... Okay, all right. Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond joining us right now. That was just a weird moment. It's just,
yeah, that's what, I heard Heather Kurtenbach, though, visited the southern border. So there's that.
Very good. Yeah, that's, she may have. But anyway, it's just, wow. There's, just when you think things could not be any more strange with this administration and some of what has been going on, then you have that. But that's for another time. But if you want to comment on that before we move on, you can.
I mean, you remember when they told us, "Hey, the adults are back in charge, guys." Well, it looks like anything but that to me.
Yep.
LGB. Let's go, Brandon. Right?
Okay. Anyway, sorry, moving on. All right, Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond, here we go. A couple of things we wanted to talk about this morning, get you right away. You guys are going to be voting for a new chairman today. Explain what the chairman does and explain how the vote works.
Okay, the chairman is the person who runs the meetings, but he's also the person who is the spokesperson for the board. So you might remember a couple of years ago, I was the chairman of the board during the COVID-19 crisis.
Right.
I had to get up there and do all these press conferences, take all the tough questions from the media. You also, as the chairman, it's an important position. You'll work the closest with the county manager, especially during a time of emergency like COVID, where decisions need to be made on the fly and it's hard to get the whole board assembled. One of the things I had to do as chairman, they wanted us to meet, they being, I guess, the folks who were on the left and really wanted a mask mandate in Lee County, wanted us to have a meeting to discuss this mask mandate. The only person empowered by our local charter, which is like our local constitution, to even call that special meeting would have been the chairman. And I tell you what, we didn't call that meeting because we didn't want a mask mandate. And so it is an important position. And today we will pick the new one.
And how do you do that? What's the process?
Well, it's very complicated.
Okay.
I say that with lots of sarcasm. So each commissioner runs from a district, and currently the District 1 commissioner, Kevin Ruane, has been serving as our chairman for the last year, and he's done an excellent job. But every year we then rotate to the next district. So District 2 would be on deck, which is Commissioner Cecil Pendergrass. So if tradition holds, Lord willing, this morning we'll make Commissioner Pendergrass the chairman of the board.
But we know how tradition goes. Somebody's going to upset the apple cart sooner or later. Well, it won't be. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be just fine. By the way, why do they upset apple carts? Like, well, why not pears? Why not the pear cart? How come they ever had pears on carts? Like, what about that?
This is exactly why we have Google. So you can type these important questions into the search bar.
It's not important. That's when, it's not even worth searching. All right. Something we talked about off the air, we both enjoy very much. From my time, I'll tell you, it piqued my interest in Salt Lake City when I was there for a year, and I'll explain in just a second. But mobile food trucks and the regulations that go along with it. And I think that it's interesting because people have been saying, why did it take so long for us here in Southwest Florida to get to that place where we would have food trucks around, where in major cities, they've been around for a very, very long time, very popular. And so now we've got a couple of hearings on this. Talk a little bit about some of that.
Yeah, Lee County actually had some very old, kind of, in my opinion, out-of-date rules that viewed food trucks right when I first got on the board. And so several years ago, I tried to bring up an amendment to those rules so that food trucks could operate more openly and freely here in Lee County. They had rules that said things like food trucks had to get special event permits if you were going to set up anywhere in Lee County. And you could only get so many permits in a year, and you had to wait so many days in between getting permits. And these rules just made it tough for food trucks to operate in the unincorporated parts of Lee County. Unfortunately, we didn't get that legislation passed at the time. However, the state legislature last year passed a new law that prohibits counties and cities from banning food trucks. And so along with this new law came basically new freedom for food trucks here in Lee County. And so today we're actually going to write it's the first of two public hearings related to food trucks. We're going to write the new rules or have a public hearing on the new rules. And the rules are pretty good. They say you can operate in Lee County. You just have to stay out of the roadways. You can't park your food truck permanently on a vacant lot or something like that. You still have to be mobile, but they definitely are a lot better than what they used to be. So I think this will increase the amount of food trucks that we could see in unincorporated Lee.
Yeah, one of the best pizzas I've ever had in my life was out of a food truck in Salt Lake City. It was absolutely unbelievable. And the thing that I really liked, and I wonder if there will be more of these, is that in Salt Lake, and they called it Soho, which was in Holiday, with the area that I lived in. They had what was called a food truck park that was typically it was seasonal. Obviously, when it's freezing cold in the snow, they weren't going to have it open. But boy, talk about popular! And they had just lanes with the electricity provided, and you just go there, and they had tables set up and everything, and you could go and enjoy the food trucks in that specific location, like a food truck park, kind of like what they have. I'm trying to think where there is one here in Southwest Florida, someplace.
Yeah, I've seen one at Babcock Ranch. They do like a food truck Friday night where they have several of them get together in the town square there. I've also seen on Thursdays in downtown Fort Myers, in between the historic courthouse and the administration building, we have like a farmer's market, which has multiple food trucks there. So great barbecue truck. I usually hit that one up every Thursday.
Yeah, Naples, right? Jake is talking about Naples, that they have the food truck parks over there that are pretty tremendous. So, no, we love the food trucks. All right, good stuff. Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond joining us on Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. All right, what's going on with what is the taxi cab ordinance in Lee County? What's up with this, and what's happening? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, this is another interesting one. So, Uber and Lyft, obviously have been around for
Never heard of
years
them.
now.
Never heard of them.
No,
Have no
really?
idea. No, I don't even know what do they do.
It's an app on your phone. You should try it. It's ride sharing. Okay, so yes, Uber and Lyft, they came in, they disrupted everything, right? That was the word. And so they started operating. And when Uber and Lyft originally started operating, a lot of counties tried to put them under the same rules as the taxi cabs. Well, Uber and Lyft went to the state legislature and said, look, we're going to be statewide. We can't cater to each individual county and city's rules. And so the state legislature said, okay, fine. Here are some statewide rules that apply to companies like Uber and Lyft. They call them TNCs, Transportation Network Companies. Okay, so basically that preempted us, or doesn't allow any counties or cities to regulate Uber and Lyft anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the problem with that. That means taxi cabs, which are still regulated by counties and cities, I think, are at a disadvantage to Uber and Lyft, because now they've got to have all these registrations and vehicle inspections, and they're heavily regulated. So what we're going to do in Lee County is we're going to repeal the taxi cab ordinance. That way, we'll just get government out of the business of Uber, Lyft, or taxi cab regulation, and we'll create a level playing field. Then, if the taxi cab shouldn't be at any more of a disadvantage than the folks who are doing Uber and Lyft.
All right, so we'll see how that goes, and how has that been as a top? Because it was really heated.
Oh yeah.
So what is it's been kind of quiet since.
This has been surprisingly quiet. I think today will be probably. I mean, I have not gotten a lot of email or phone calls or anything related to this item, so I think people are happy when you repeal regulation. Look, we're conservatives. We believe in less government.
Yep.
And so I think it's pretty popular around here to repeal regulation. So
okay,
that's what we're gonna do.
All we need now are tiny homes. We got to have tiny homes all over the place. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I would argue, if you've ever been to my beautiful district, which includes North Fort Myers, we've got tiny homes everywhere.
Well, what kind of tiny homes are we talking? We're not talking about the same kind of tiny homes, are we?
I mean, they're mobile homes, but they're beautiful communities.
Have you been to a true tiny home? Have you seen what the tiny home movement is? This is a funny conversation, just because I'm not getting into the politics, but just tiny homes in general. Do you know anything?
Yeah.
Okay. You have any thoughts on the tiny homes? Again, this isn't the political. This is just us talking about tiny homes, because I really like them. I think I just think they're pretty cool. That's all.
I think a lot of people that I've heard in the community, as I've talked about this, have said they like the idea of seeing tiny homes in a community setting. Maybe not just, don't pick a scattered lot, in Lehigh or Cape Coral.
Yeah, but like a tiny home community would be pretty awesome. I think.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, just from the time, again, I go back to when I was in Salt Lake and we were up in Jackson, Wyoming, and we were looking at kind of thinking it would be nice to have one to put on the back and travel with sometimes, or one that would be sitting in certain areas of the country, and they have this community of what is these tiny homes. I think they're only 400 square feet. But the way that they do it, and the way that you can create out of just that small space, and with a little bit of creativity, and the community it was really cool. They were good looking, and they were super practical, and it was just cool. It's just I like them. This brought to you by Tiny Home Drew, who believes that I don't know. It was like it's just a very, very strange moment that we're having here.
If you call in the next 30 minutes, what do you get?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just like them. All right, that's it. We have nothing else to discuss this morning. I think that was a great job. Plenty.
All right.
So,
Lee County Commissioners meet at 9:30 today at the historic Lee County Courthouse. That's 2120 Main Street in downtown.
And
So
it will
see you
be
there.
historic. Absolutely. All right, my friend. I appreciate you. All the best.
Always good talking to you. Thanks, Drew.
All right. Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Coming up, we're going to have a conversation about some supply chain issues here in Southwest Florida. I mean, who's it affecting? How is it affecting individuals, businesses here? Maybe you're one of them. We'll have that discussion coming up. And Dr. Fauci's in the news. Oh, boy. What's it about now? Well, let's just put it this way. Had a few things to say about the former president. That would be Trump. You want to find out what he said? We'll have the audio coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here is Taylor Wirtz.
Taking a look at our roads in Collier County this morning. Immokalee Road giving us some grief. Speeds around 9 miles per hour. This is right near Gulf Coast High School and Laurel Oak Elementary, so I do suspect it's probably due to the school traffic. Also, further south, 41 and Golden Gate Parkway at that intersection. Seeing backups east and westbound on Golden Gate and north and southbound on 41. 41 also seeing some delays as you get into the downtown Naples area. Nothing out of the ordinary. 75 throughout Collier County looking great, though. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a bit of a chilly start for some today, temperatures warm up nicely under mostly sunny sky with highs touching near 80 for many of us. Across the area, look for winds out of the north and east at 10 to 15 miles per hour with dry conditions persisting as we head into your Tuesday night. Wednesday morning featuring a partly cloudy sky, low a bit milder near 62 degrees. We're back to 84 degrees tomorrow with a partly cloudy sky and rain chances returning for Thursday. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
The news you need, the host you trust, getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
How often have you heard from your wealth advisor over the last 6 months? Markets have moved up and down, and laws around retirement plans and inheritance have changed quickly. We've heard from too many people at other national financial firms that they've been contacted rarely or not at all. At the Naples Trust Company, our clients enjoy a one-on-one relationship with their investment and fiduciary team members, each of whom are locally based and meet regularly with clients for in-person or virtual visits. This personal touch is a trademark of the Trust Company. We make it a point to know you, your family members, and the goals that are most important to you. Are you ready for a better experience? Call us for an appointment at 239-774-4000 or visit NaplesTrustCompany.com to discover the difference.
A division of the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
Hey guys, there is some important news that all men should take very seriously. Your prostate health. Are you urinating more frequently? Are you waking up at night to urinate? Are you sick and tired of prostate pills that just don't work? Sound familiar? If you are one of the millions of men with prostate problems that are driving you nuts, there is some great news. Prostagenics is the all-natural product that beat over 157 other prostate supplements in lab tests and was rated the #1 most powerful prostate supplement in the world. #1, because it works. So why not try some Prostagenics, and your prostate troubles will be a thing of the past. You'll get a great night's sleep and stop waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. To get your free bottle of Prostagenics, call now, 800-600-2020. That's 1-800-600-2020. Take advantage of our 90-day money-back guarantee. Call 800-600-2020. Do it now.
True relief
for back and neck pain.
Back pain, neck pain, we hear so much about it every day, but most people never understand what causes it. Very often, it is more than just sore muscles. Many times, it is caused by disc and nerve compression in the spine. This is very often not addressed. The only way to get pressure off the discs in the spine is to decompress the discs. Here at Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, non-surgical spinal decompression is a specially designed, computerized table to provide gentle, precise pulling to draw pressure off the discs and release the nerves. This process draws blood back into the discs, allowing them to heal. Completely safe and comfortable for any age. No hanging upside down. Patients with stenosis sciatica, bulging discs, neuropathy, scoliosis all find great, long-lasting relief with decompression. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596 Back. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Hi, I'm Keith, owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. We've dodged a bullet this year from hurricanes and tropical storms, thankfully. Hurricane season is getting worse year after year. Storm Shield wants you to be prepared for next season before it's too late. We offer fair pricing and do what most other companies don't do, like show you the window, let you inspect the warranty, and use employees versus subcontractors for installation. We have energy-efficient, Miami-Dade approved windows, which is the highest certification for impact window approval. You can expect ethical business practices, quality over quantity. We hope this information is helpful to you when you choose a window company to replace your windows and doors, and wish you all the best in your quest for the right company. Call us today at 239-491-7002. That's 239-491-7002. Or visit us on the web at stormshieldswfl.com. That's stormshieldswfl.com. License number CGC A60475.
It's Beatlemania. Turn back the clocks and experience the Fab Four, America's ultimate Beatles tribute, live at Barbara B. Mann Performance. By phone at 481-4849 or at the box office. Relive the 60s and 70s with this year-for-year Beatles replication, playing some of the greatest songs of all time. The Fab Four, December 1st.
I'm Russ McCaskey.
I'm Nicole Gabe.
The news doesn't wait.
And neither should you.
Breaking right now at 3, an update on a recent investigation.
Sheriff's Office is holding a press conference.
When it breaks...
Wink News now. Wink News now. It breaks on Wink first. Wink News.
Wink News. We know you'll agree.
The place to be at 3
is Wink TV.
Next, Rachel.
You got me in the kitchen.
Maria Shriver shares her journey.
This is so personal to us, to our family.
To spread Alzheimer's awareness with a brain-boosting snack.
Not about losing weight. It's about having a sharp brain.
Then,
we are giving the turkeys off.
Even meat eaters will fall for Chef Spike Mendelssohn's Meatless Thanksgiving. Plus,
this is one of the first meals I remember in life.
Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, weekday mornings at 11 on the CW.
This Friday and Saturday only at Duncan's Diamonds. We're having our multi-million-dollar holiday VIP sale. As a very important person, you come in and make your best offer. This VIP sale is your chance to negotiate the best jewelry price of a lifetime. That's right, you name the price. This is the opportunity to save big on fine jewelry and diamonds for the holidays. Choose from Duncan's Diamonds' spectacular selection of certified diamonds and diamond jewelry. 5 times the selection of other jewelry stores. Duncan's Diamonds has the best selection of designer jewelry. Just make an offer on your favorite diamonds and jewelry. This weekend is the perfect time to buy at Duncan's Diamonds Holiday VIP. You can make your best deal on all diamond rings, bracelets, diamond earrings, and more. Select diamonds will be at wholesale prices. Don't miss this opportunity. No reasonable offer will be refused. This Friday and Saturday at Duncan's Diamonds in Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
You find yourself searching for a reputable air conditioning company?
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
I'm Crystal Casey with Brett Air Conditioning. For over 45 years, our motto has been, don't sweat, call Brett. We are a family-owned business with a great reputation. Whether your AC needs maintained, serviced, or replaced, we are here to serve you. So stop searching and join the Brett Air family today. You can find us online at brettairconditioning.com or call us at 239-566-3633. 239-566-3633. 3633.
If you don't love your AC company, call Brett Air right now. Find them online at brettairconditioning.com or like them on Facebook.
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
License number CAC 1819995.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Taking a look at our roads in Collier County this morning. Immokalee Road giving us some grief. Speeds around 9 miles per hour. This is right near Gulf Coast High School and Laurel Oak Elementary, so I do suspect it's probably due to the school traffic. Also, further south, 41 and Golden Gate Parkway at that intersection. Seeing backups east and westbound on Golden Gate and north and southbound on 41. 41 also seeing some delays as you get into the downtown Naples area. Nothing out of the ordinary. 75 throughout Collier County, looking great though. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a bit of a chillier start to the day, temperatures should be warming up nicely for this afternoon under a mostly sunny sky. Look for highs reaching near 82 degrees today with winds of the north and east at 10 to 15 miles per hour as we keep with some lower humidity for today. Heading into tonight, we keep it dry straight through your Wednesday morning. A bit more cloud cover allowing for a slightly milder start tomorrow with a low near 62 degrees. We'll warm up to 84 for your Wednesday under a partly cloudy sky. Staying dry through tomorrow. However, rain and thunderstorm chances return for Thursday and Friday as we round out the end of the work week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Real estate and home ownership, and celebrate the cultural diversity of our community at International Day, presented by the Global Business Council. International Day is open to the public and real estate community. There'll be ethnic food, music, vendors, and giveaways, as well as informational seminars throughout the day on topics such as mortgages, investor visas, and immigration, the closing process, and more. Join us this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Royal Palm Coast Realtor Association, located at 2840 Winkler Avenue in Fort Myers.
Sponsored by FertPlus Solutions.
I know you're tired of living with that awful joint pain. If you've been to an orthopedic surgeon, you know the drill: pain meds, steroids, physical therapy, right? When those Band-Aids don't work, you know what's next. Surgery. Major surgery. Hey, it's Drew Steele. Don't do it. Not until you check out QC Kinetics. Get a second opinion. Learn about the natural biologic treatments, restorative, regenerative, alternatives that can repair and restore damaged tissue in your knees, shoulders, back, and hips, other joints as well. QC Kinetics uses natural biologics from your own body and concentrates them in a precise damaged area for lasting relief. And it's an in-office treatment with no downtime, no drugs, and no surgery. Don't go under the knife if you don't have to. Call QC Kinetics and get a second opinion now. You've got nothing to lose. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics. 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN. Non-surgical regenerative options are here. Call 239-893-PAIN. Non-surgical regenerative options are here. Call 239-893-PAIN.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau from D.R. Martineau Roofing and Gutters. Get your mind out of the gutters. We are proud to announce the addition of our seamless aluminum gutter division. Contact our team for your free quote. Just Google DRM Roofing.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Hi, I'm Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, representing Florida's 25th Congressional District. As your representative, I work for you. If you need help dealing with a federal agency, my team can help navigate the federal bureaucracy and make sure your government is actually working for you. To receive assistance, please call my office at 239-348-1620. It's an honor and privilege to serve you in Congress.
This ad was paid for by official funds authorized by the U.S. House of Representatives.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching the program, subscribing to the podcast. Coming up, we've got Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD today. So that is coming up in 10 more minutes. We will take your phone calls. Looking forward to doing that. And also, want to remind everybody, 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. What is it, 2,317 was the last count earlier. It was yesterday, and so, or Friday. And so hopefully we'll get up close to that 10,000 mark by the time the week is over. Don't forget, we've got December 3rd as the cutoff date. So that is the cutoff date. And we appreciate you getting those cards out as soon as possible, those Christmas cards to our men and women serving overseas. They are incredible. I could tell you, obviously personally, from delivering cards over to Germany a few years ago to Ramstein Air Base and seeing the expression on their face and getting those cards from you personally, what it does mean. And so we appreciate them so much, and we appreciate you for getting your church, organization, school, business together and getting cards for us. And again, December 3rd is the cutoff date. It is 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. I've been looking forward to having this conversation because I think it's an important one to understand that when there's the talk of the supply chain and the issues that are happening, whether there are now an increase, we come to find out after the president of the United States made his way to California to let everybody know 24/7 we're going to be doing things to ramp up to get those container ships off the sideline and into the game and the ports and getting things moving. We come to find out there are more ships now than before that are sitting off the California coast. The concerns about products moving, especially during the holiday season, but how that affects businesses here in Southwest Florida and maybe how it's affecting you. I am so glad that Deanna Wallen is joining us right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. You probably know Deanna. She's the founder and CEO of Naples Soap Company, a great company here in Southwest Florida, and somebody that I wanted to have this conversation with because when you talk about the issues of employment and supply chain and how COVID has affected businesses right here, she knows because there have been effects. And so I'm happy to have her on this morning. First of all, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Drew. Thanks for having me on. I'm doing great. How are you?
We're good here, but certainly concerned as you are with the issues of the supply chain. And so, first of all, just for people that don't know about the business, talk about your business, when you got started, and a little bit about what you do there.
So we are an omni-channel retailer. I started the company in a tiny space back in 2009, so 13 years ago. And we've grown exponentially since then. We have multi-channel distribution through 10 brick-and-mortar stores. We're adding 3 more on. We have 3 under construction, a warehouse under construction. So then we also do wholesale distribution to Dillard's, which would be our largest client, and a lot of other smaller wholesale clients, Amazon, and also our own e-com. So we have our fingers on the pulse of just about everything when it comes to supply chain, shipping, logistics, manufacturing, raw materials. We're a fairly large operation, and we also went public back in July, which is kind of exciting. So we'll be working on getting our filings current to trade on the pink sheets on the OTC and walking our way up to NASDAQ. So that's kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah, but we have a lot of experience with all sorts of different touch and high touch points on what's going on in the business arena right now. So I really appreciate you having us on because these are important topics, especially for the consumers to understand during this holiday season.
Yeah, and I think you are a perfect example of how it has been working and the concerns that many people in the business arena and what kind of concerns that they have with the supply chain. Because when you talk to people, they understand how it works, they get it, but in the everyday business of what you do and how it translates right down the line, like you just described, you talk about the shipping issues, you talk about the raw material issues, you talk about the manufacturing, all of this. So how exactly, for maybe give us a couple of examples, how it's impacted your business, the supply chain issue, and how you've been dealing with it?
Well, I don't think the country as a whole really understands how incredibly dependent we are on China. And now we've seen it firsthand when the supplies, simple supplies, have been cut off. Basic things like, for example, white paper shopping bags. We get almost everything like that is printed overseas. And there was a shortage of white paper shopping bags. We absolutely positively could not get them anywhere in the U.S. And it sounds like a really simple item, but guess what? If you don't have any shopping bags, you have nothing to put your stuff in. Crinkle paper, there's a shortage of paper. So paper supplies, everyone knew, rushed out and got toilet paper, but, it's really no joke that the majority of our paper supplies are produced overseas. Cardboard boxes, things like that, materials that we use to ship and pack. Definitely price increases on all of that. Not to mention our freight has gone up exponentially. We've actually had a few suppliers, sadly, that would supply smaller, what we call ancillary items, like a little maybe trinket dishes or, souvenir shell type items and things like that we sell in the stores. And they actually went out of business because their freight went from maybe $3,000 per container to $23,000 per container, and there's no margin left there.
Right.
So it's very sad. And, one of the things that we've done is, all of our Naples Soap Company products are manufactured in the USA. And I think it's now more than ever, it's so much more important to find made in the USA products. And, even though the products are made in USA and we have ample supply, we've made sure that we have over-ordered for manufacturing, but there's always still glitches here and there. Like maybe our plastic containers come from overseas and we don't have a lid or we don't have a seal or something like that is not happening. Those are the challenges. But in our business, I told my staff when we first started, I said, we will never say to the customer or the consumer, well, because of COVID. I said, we're not going to use that as an excuse. So our philosophy is to make sure that our end consumer, the show goes on. They never know what's happening behind the scenes. Right. So we make adjustments. And I think the important part right now is about just being nimble and flexible for small businesses, to have flexibility to make shifts and adjustments in what you're doing and understand that, stuff's going to happen and you have to be able to modify on the fly. And that's really what we've been doing. I told my staff that the theme of the season was fluidity and flexibility. And it takes the stress off of them for sure, because it's a very stressful situation right now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and there's a couple of points that you brought up, and this is important, everybody, as you're listening to this, and you're trying to navigate through all the things that are being discussed when it comes to the supply chain issues, and we hear about it nationally, but how it affects us locally. Two things that are really important that we have to bring up that you just mentioned. One of them is over-ordering, that you get in on top of these things and you get ahead of it so that you have the supply that you need. Well, you're not the only one doing that. There are other people that are trying to do that as well, which again, then because of all that, it causes shortages. So here you go. You wonder why there are shortages. It's just like in your home, everybody. If you start to hear that there's this big run on toilet paper, what are you doing, everybody? You're running out to go get toilet paper. And that causes all of these shortages. There's that issue, right? So you have that as a business.
You are so correct.
Yeah.
Yes, and everyone starts hoarding supplies.
Right.
For example, citric acid. This is a basic ingredient in a ton of healthcare products and all sorts of cleaning products. Citric acid. There was a shortage in the U.S. on citric acid. Well, there's a ton of it sitting in Thailand. But no problem, but there's no containers to get it here. And if it gets here, you can't get it off the container. So any products that we have with citric acid, the price went through the roof.
Right.
And that's why, like, even cleaning products and other things that you're seeing escalation in prices every single day. We're getting price increases. We are getting hit with price increases on freight, on raw materials, every single thing. There isn't a day that's gone by in the last 60 days that we haven't received an email from a manufacturer or a vendor saying that there was some type of a change or price increase.
Right.
So it's real.
Yeah, and remember when you talk about prices, for example, there are some companies like Southwest Airlines is one that comes to mind. They always get ahead of buying fuel at the right price. When they find a price point, they make sure that they have enough of it so that they can keep their prices the way they are. They don't get affected by any kind of radical changes, which I'm not sure that it's easy to do that anymore in this environment. Now, the other thing that you mentioned that is important is something that, man, I'll tell you, I can't explain this and talk about this enough, and that is margin. Everybody lives in margin. You live in margin. Businesses work in margin. It's you have as much money as you have in your account is where your margin's at. You can't go outside of that margin. It doesn't exist. And to be able to just live your life. Now take that as a business and try to stay in that margin when people are like, oh, no, you can afford it. Listen, you need to just take a pay cut. That's what you need to do. You just need to take money out of your pocket, Deanna. That's all it is. If you just make less for yourself, then you can be able to. It doesn't work that way. The business works within a margin, and that margin has to be stuck to, if you will. Otherwise, you don't have a business.
Yeah, even a 2% change in decrease in margin can make a big difference in a company's performance and top line revenue and bottom line overall through the course of a year. You know, that 2%, especially when you're talking millions of dollars in revenue, can make a big difference. And, you know, trying not to pass all those extra fees and costs and stuff onto the consumer is extremely challenging right now. To be able to maintain those margins. And, you know, we're always working on value pricing and bundle pricing and things like that. So, you know, unfortunately, we've had to have a few price increases just because our raw materials, some of them just shot through the roof. Like I mentioned, citric acid.
Right.
There's a shortage in the U.S., so everybody started hoarding it. So there was absolutely none. It's sort of like hand sanitizer. When hand sanitizer, you couldn't find alcohol to manufacture hand sanitizer. So, you know, those are the things that by trying to order and buy smarter, you know, we're trying to mitigate some of those costs and not have to pass that through to the consumer. But what we try to do is value pricing. So like with gift sets and if you buy multiples of things, we do a discount on those multiples. So if you're going to buy more, I'm going to give you a break on that type of thing. So that's always a good idea to, you know, leverage volume for the consumer with your pricing, you know, to help offset that. Because if you're working on volume, you're still going to be able to help maintain some of those margins. So I think you're absolutely critical point.
Yeah,
for sure.
Deanna Wallen is joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. She's the founder, CEO of Naples Soap Company, talking about supply chain issues, businesses here in Southwest Florida, how all of these businesses are being affected, hers in particular, and even with employment and the worker shortage that we're hearing about. I mean, is that real for you? Are you having problems? Okay, well, you're laughing, so I guess so I guess I don't have to say anything else.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Struggle is real. Everyone is on this. Hospitality is on it. Retail is on it. Construction is on it. You know, trying to find qualified workers and, you know, people just trying to get someone to show up for an interview is amazing. I mean, we probably have, I don't know, a dozen open positions right now, from sales associates to corporate office and warehouse and things like that. But just trying to get people to show up for interviews. Yesterday I had 2 interviews set. One of my interviews didn't show up for me to interview with me. And my managers and my district managers, every day they've got interviews set up and there's just no shows, no calls. And I hear the same thing from my friends who own restaurants and stuff, just trying to get someone to show up for the interview. Honestly, I don't know why they're making appointments for interviews. They have no intention of showing up. Right. So that is probably the most frustrating piece that we have right now. We can be flexible with, you know, with materials and things like that and make adjustments. But the human capital piece of it is really a critical inflection. And I don't know what's going to happen to be the catalyst for change in that situation. It's very dire.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. And then obviously everything with COVID and how that has affected the business and the adjustments you've had to make. Many businesses around Southwest Florida, but some couldn't survive. Some couldn't make the changes.
Absolutely. Very sad. Very sad. And that's the thing is you have to have a really great team that is nimble, that can be flexible, and that can make changes rapidly, and some business owners, I hate to say it, but I've seen it, and that, they take an ostrich approach and kind of stick their head in the sand and wait and wait and wait. We're very proactive. We try to get ahead of everything. And when we see it coming down the pipe, try to head it off before it becomes a raging inferno. And I believe we've been very successful at that. We've had a fantastic year. We had a great year last year. And this year, our numbers are off the charts, thanks to all the people that are moving to Florida. Yeah. And we've continued marketing. We've continued supporting communities with all of our philanthropic efforts. We have been very bullish and just pressed forward with the economy. And I think it's paid off for us.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. And certainly, our concern is with businesses here in Southwest Florida, how they're able to survive, and that hopefully something around the corner will change for businesses so that we won't have some of the discussions that we're having about supply chain, and certainly the employment and workage shortages that we've been hearing about. And we can get to, I guess if you're going to say it, some sense of normalcy in the future. And hopefully that'll be sooner rather than later. But I'm so glad that we had a couple of minutes to have you join us. Deanna Wallen is the founder and CEO of Naples Soap Company. And by the way, I'm just putting this out there just because it's the two of us talking, Deanna. It's just me and you.
Okay. It's just us.
Naples Soap Company, Drew's College is coming up, and we do like to do giveaways for it. It'd be a fantastic giveaway if we had something
I'm
from
all in.
Naples Soap Company. Not putting you on the spot or anything, but it might be fun to.
All in.
Did you? I'm sorry, Jake. Did she say she's all in? Is that what she said?
I'm all in.
You're all in?
Yeah, check Mark's email. I already committed.
Okay, nice.
You're in, baby.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be good. Okay, good. All right. Well,
I know your listeners and my Fox fans love that product.
I'll tell you what. Well, we love it.
Absolutely.
Well, great. All right. Well, listen, we're gonna run. All the best. Thanks so much. And I will tell you that that would be fun coming up, because that's some great gifts for folks and even all the time, to be quite honest. All right, Deanna, we appreciate you. All the best. We'll see you.
Take care.
Right,
Thank you, Drew.
All right. 239-479-5592. Drew's College of Political Knowledge for questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you're in a PhD right now. Caller number 9 at 239-479-5592. We would love for you to play Drew's College. Coming up next, caller number 9. We'll see what you got to play Drew's College. And again, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Call right now. Let's see what's happening with traffic up to the minute. It's Taylor Wirtz.
Several crashes on I-75 heading southbound, causing major backups throughout Lee County. First one I want to point out to you is when you're heading towards Colonial Boulevard, towards the shopping center and the new Topgolf area, we do have a crash with injuries causing major backups in that area. Another crash a little bit further south, still I-75, southbound direction towards Daniels Parkway. We're seeing another crash with injuries. Don't know if there's any roadblock, but these are causing major congestion. So pretty much from those areas all the way down to about the Bonita Lakes area, if you are southbound on I-75, it's going to be a little hairy for a little bit. Speaking of congestion, though, Midpoint and Cape Coral bridges also looking very busy. So moral of the story today, folks, leave early. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a bit of a chilly start for some today, temperatures warm up nicely under mostly sunny sky with highs touching near 80 for many of us. Across the area, look for winds out of the north and east at 10 to 15 miles per hour with dry conditions persisting as we head into your Tuesday night. Wednesday morning featuring a partly cloudy sky, low bit milder near 62 degrees. We're back to 84 degrees tomorrow with a partly cloudy sky and rain chances returning for Thursday. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Trey Radel, your host of The Drive here. France Cosmetic Center. Yes, the same Dr. France that you know. The Cosmetic Center is up and firing on all cylinders. In fact, I just went over there and met Dr. Bachman, who they brought in from California, and she is phenomenal. There's something very specific about her, even working with Dr. France and his team. She's a cosmetic surgeon, but she's also an ophthalmologist. So with that said, you might be facing something, as many of us do as we get older, droopy eyelids. This is where you get a lot of of skin that begins to sort of collapse over your eyes and it hinders your vision. You can go to the France Cosmetic Center right now for a free eyelid consultation for patients who are looking for solutions to this. Here's the bonus. Most upper eyelid surgeries are covered by insurance. So give Dr. Bachman a call today at the France Cosmetic Center, 239-418-0999 for your free eyelid consultation today.
France Eye Care.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet. So leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $70 off any electrical repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
92.5 Fox News.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to David in Fort Myers. Hello, David in Fort Myers. How are you?
Hi, Drew. Good. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD or associate's degree. Question, sir, starts right now. Hey, do you remember who the Democrat nominee for President of the United States was in the year 2012? Who won the Democrat nomination for president in 2012?
I believe it was Bill Clinton?
That was Barack Obama. 2012. Barack Obama. All right, well, that's okay. Let's see if we get associates on this question. If the president and vice president cannot serve, who becomes president?
Unfortunately, the House Speaker.
That is correct, sir.
Pelosi.
All right, so you got, yes, that would be Pelosi in this case. All right, so you got an associate's. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. In 1927, the Marines adopted this as their mascot. What is the Marine mascot? Is it a shark, an eagle, or a bulldog?
It's a bulldog.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. Let's do this one. Yeah, let's do this one. What year? Well, let's put it this way. 1832 was the year that this party held its first national convention. The first national convention of this party. Was it the Democrat Party or the Republican Party in 1832?
That was, I want to say, the Democratic Party.
You are correct, sir. What a guess. I mean, good for you. That is somebody who knows a thing or two about their history. Well, congratulations. You started a little slow there, David, and next thing you know, boom, you're off to the races, as it were.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, Brandon. I listen to you every morning.
Let's go, Brandon.
All right, just go play. Yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate you, David. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for being part of the program. All right. Skimming the headlines coming up. Lots to discuss, including Fauci, Harris, Biden.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
You find yourself searching for a reputable air conditioning company?
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
I'm Crystal Casey with Brett Air Conditioning. For over 45 years, our motto has been, don't sweat, call Brett. We are a family-owned business with a great reputation. Whether your AC needs maintained, serviced, or replaced, we are here to serve you. So stop searching and join the Brett Air family today. You can find us online at brettairconditioning.com or call us at 239-566-3633. 239-566-3633.
If you don't love your AC company, call Brett Air right now. Find them online at brettairconditioning.com or like them on Facebook.
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
License number CAC 1819995.
Grandpa Joe doesn't want voter ID, but Uncle Sam says we have to do a station ID. 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right all along.
Determining his fate. I'm Pam Huso, Fox News. In a couple of hours, a jury in Wisconsin will be handed the murder case against Kyle Rittenhouse.
Kyle Rittenhouse's defense attorney, Mark Richards, argued that his client was defending himself when he shot 3 people. Richards said the first person Rittenhouse killed had threatened to kill him earlier in the night and later chased him.
I'm glad he shot him, because if Joseph Rosenbaum had got that gun, I don't for a minute believe he wouldn't have used it against somebody else.
Prosecutor James Krause said in his rebuttal,
punch him in the face, kick him in the testicles, knee him in the face, hit him with your gun. You don't just immediately get to shoot someone.
Krause called Rittenhouse a chaos tourist. Richards said he was defending a community where some of his family members lived, including his father.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal at the White House.
America's moving again, and your life is going to change for the better.
President Biden signed a $1 trillion infrastructure bill made possible by Democrats and Republicans. A far larger social spending proposal doesn't have any GOP support. It was candid and constructive. That's how China describes last night's virtual summit between President Biden and President Xi Jinping. The White House called the discussion that lasted more than 3 hours substantive. There was no mention of the origins of COVID-19. There could be fireworks on Capitol Hill.
DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas will appear before the Senate's Judiciary Committee today. The subject is border security, and Senate Republicans are expected to grill the secretary over lax border enforcement and the decision to admit asylum seekers into the U.S. interior.
Fox's Eben Brown. Democrats are expected to blame the untenable situation on the Trump administration. America's listening to Fox News.
This news update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Several crashes on I-75 heading southbound, causing major backups throughout Lee County. First one I want to point out to you is when you're heading towards Colonial Boulevard, towards the shopping center and the new Topgolf area, we do have a crash with injuries causing major backups in that area. Another crash a little bit further south, still I-75, southbound direction towards Daniels Parkway. We're seeing another crash with injuries. Don't know if there's any roadblock, but these are causing major congestion. So pretty much from those areas all the way down to about the Bonita Lakes area, if you are southbound on I-75, it's going to be a little hairy for a little bit. Speaking of congestion, though, Midpoint and Cape Coral bridges also looking very busy. So moral of the story today, folks, leave early. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a bit of a chillier start to the day, temperatures should be warming up nicely for this afternoon under a mostly sunny sky. Look for highs reaching near 82 degrees today with winds of the north and east at 10 to 15 miles per hour as we keep with some lower humidity for today. Heading into tonight, we keep it dry straight through your Wednesday morning. A bit more cloud cover allowing for a slightly milder start tomorrow with a low near 62 degrees. We'll warm up to 84 for your Wednesday under a partly cloudy sky. Staying dry through tomorrow. However, rain and thunderstorm chances return for Thursday and Friday as we round out the end of the work week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
No matter where you want to listen, you'll be all set when you stream 92.5 Fox News live at rightallalong.net.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. I'm the president of New South Window Solutions. What I like people to understand about our company is what's unique about us. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. We go out of our way to make it easy. If you're thinking about buying new windows, consider New South. Don't even think about buying windows from anyone else till you see what our factory can do for you. New South windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers.
Going on now, save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
It's Beatlemania. Turn back the clocks and experience the Fab Four, America's ultimate Beatles tribute, live at Barbara B. Mann Performing Arts Hall at FSW December 1st. Tickets on sale online at bbmanpah.com, by phone at 481-4849, or at the box office. Relive the 60s and 70s with this year-for-year Beatles replication, playing some of the greatest songs of all time. The Fab Four, December 1st.
Guys take pride in their performance, and they love talking about it.
How about we talk about my golf handicap, or that new deck I just built by myself?
And guys are especially proud of their performance in the bedroom, unless, of course, that's an issue.
Let's talk about sports or something.
But what about
Look, I said sports.
Don't let erectile dysfunction rob you of your sex life or your pride. Call the Fort Myers Men's Clinic now at 239-317-7777 and find out about Pulse ED, the revolutionary ED treatment that can fully restore your sexual function without needles or surgery. In just 6 quick, easy, non-invasive sessions, Pulse ED can restore your performance and your pride.
My bedroom's rocking now. You want to hear about it?
No, we can't do that on the radio.
You sure? Because I really want to talk about it.
No, we're good. To schedule your Pulse ED consultation, call 239-317-7777. That's 239-317-7777. Or visit FortMyersMen'sClinic.com.
Get up and go now, so you can go tonight.
Great news, Southwest Florida. Matt and Justin here with Island Air.
Over the past year and a half, we know that many people have sacrificed their vacations.
We know that replacing your air conditioning system is a stressful purchase. Usually it's something that you didn't plan on, very inconvenient, always seems to happen at the worst time, and we were trying to find a way to ease that burden.
Decisions. Do I buy an air conditioner? Do I take a vacation? For a limited time, Island Air is offering you both in one package.
Call Island Air and get that outdated system replaced, and included with your purchase, you will get a vacation voucher of your choosing.
It's your choice with a qualified purchase of a cruise or condo resort voucher. You can choose 4,500 different resort options, 106 countries around the world.
A vacation can be yours with the purchase of a new air conditioning system. Call us today to find out more details on how to claim your voucher for a limited time. Call 239-466-8668.
Call 466-8668 for more details.
License number CAC 057544.
Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit LDTlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano. LDTlaw.com.
Seems like everything is overpriced these days, right? It's called market inflation. Aaron Walker here at Naples Nissan with some suggestions to help you take some air out of that inflation. Current gas prices? Ouch. Regular service checkups and maintenance will help you get better gas mileage. Get a free 20-minute checkup at Naples Nissan. All makes and models are welcome. Plus, get our $99 Inflation Fighter Alignment Special. And of course, you can still get the original base MSRP for your trade-in. That's right, Southwest Florida. If your trade-in is a 2013 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, then whatever it was worth when it was brand new, even if you didn't buy it new, that's exactly what it will be worth right now. But only at Naples Nissan. And remember, folks, it doesn't matter when or where you originally bought that trade-in from. Come see us on Pine Ridge Road or visit NaplesNissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined. See dealer for details.
Thank you for waking us all up out here.
For all you do.
Thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. The talk and text line streaming live. DrewSteele.com. The website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. But so I was watching, go to the break room, and they got CBS News on this morning, and they got Al Franken on. You know, Al Franken, the one who resigned because multiple women, 6 to be exact, I think, accused him of groping, sexual harassment, forcing, kissing, and all that kind of stuff. But he's got a new tour, everybody. He's got a new comedy tour. He's making a comeback. So come on, everybody. It's just bizarre. But anyway, it's good that they start an hour with Al Franken when all when you have all these other things that are going on, which of course you don't want to bring up an infrastructure deal that was signed yesterday by the president of the United States, and what a big deal that is. So important to have this infrastructure bill. What was it, $100 billion? How do we know exactly how much in this infrastructure bill? I guess $100 billion goes to infrastructure, and the rest of it is just a Green New Deal light. That's all it is, but nothing to see here. Everything is fine, moving along. So yesterday you got, and they love Joe. Did you hear the chants for Joe Biden yesterday?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Listen.
Thank you. Thank you, Heather.
Now, they claim that was Joe, but are you sure? What if it was like go, go, go? Could it have been people chanting like go, like leave, please, stop, whatever it is you're doing there? I'm just wondering how that works. So you got the president of the United States signing the infrastructure bill. And then on top of that, he also had to talk about the Build Back Broke program that everybody, nobody wants. Making the false claim once again.
And no one earning less than $400,000 a year will pay a single penny in federal taxes because of it.
No, not at all. Even though there are more than a few publications, even the New York Post had an article about how Biden's Build Back Better plan is going to hike taxes on 30% on middle-class families. So 30% of middle-class families will feel the tax hike, but not one single person is going to feel their taxes raised, except for the 30% of middle-class families, and of course the rich, because we got to soak the rich, right? Isn't that what Bernie Sanders wants to do it?
This is what you do.
Which, by the way, did you hear the little rift between Bernie Sanders and Elon Musk, where I guess something to the effect of Bernie Sanders said, "We got to tax the rich. We got to go after the rich." And I said something, and then Elon Musk tweeted out that I didn't know you were still alive or something like that. Is that what he said?
He said, I keep forgetting you're still alive.
Yeah, I keep forgetting you're still alive. Very nice. I mean, well, I guess in the pantheon of comebacks, I'm not sure if that was the best, but it was pretty good. Right? So there you go. A little bit of Musk humor. I don't know if that came out right. Musk humor? Musk is a scent, I understand. Musk as a humor. You like musk? Like for Christmas, would you like getting something that smells like musk? What is musk? As a scent, not a person, but it's a scent. Have we identified what musk? What does anybody know? 239-479-5592. Maybe we can get somebody from the newsroom. They probably know something about that. What is musk? Is that an animal? Is that what it does? Is musk come? Does it come out of something? I don't know. Maybe look it up. Type the great Google machine and ask. All right. By the way, the infrastructure deal. Hey, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Roads in Britain. No. Actually, the CBO found that the bill would add $256 billion to the deficit. But so what? That doesn't make a difference. We got to do what we got to do. The Penn Wharton budget model said that the bill would also add no significant level of economic growth. Wait, I thought it was going to really improve things, the economy and the like. Here's what I love about some of what they said about the leftist priorities in the infrastructure bill. Get this. Defines gender identity as a protected class, because, we had to do that. So gender identity now is a protected class. It doles out digital equity, partly based on racial or ethnic minority status. So that's good to know. State-mandated carbon reduction programs. That's right. The state's going to have to do it. State-mandated carbon reduction programs. What's that going to look like, and how is that going to hurt businesses? How is that going to hurt us in the long run? Well, you can only imagine. I love funding for zero-emission vehicles. And here's why I love that. And there's a bunch more. Over-the-road bus tolling, equity, diversity, equity, inclusion. Anytime you're thinking of critical race theory, you think of diversity, equity, and inclusion, because if it's not equitable, then it's not fair, that kind of thing. Yeah, so that kind of equity. 64 times the word equity is in there, and racist roads and all of that and how that's working out. But contains funding for zero-emission vehicles. How do you get to a zero-emission vehicle? Because technically, if you have an electric vehicle and it is being supplied electricity from a plant that is being supplied power by natural gas or coal or something like that, Is it really zero emission? I mean, if you manufacture a vehicle and you have to mine the ore out of the ground that goes into the battery that is made and packaged and housed in a petroleum product. Hey, is that zero emissions? Because technically, I'm not really sure that's really a zero emission. I'm just saying. I mean, doesn't that seem logical that if you're trying to tell us that it's a zero emission vehicle, like the vehicle's not giving out any emissions, but the production of the actual vehicle, yeah, I'm not really sure. So there's a little bit of weirdness there with that. What else was said yesterday? Oh, I like this. Vice President Harris, on the heels of being called a different name when she made her way to the podium. No joke. Hail to the Chief plays. She walks up to the podium. Joe Biden's like, hey, I'm standing right here with the music playing. There she is.
Please welcome Heather Kurtenbach.
In a moment.
So they announced the vice president as somebody else. It's like you can see who's in it. You can tell it's not the whatever they just said the name of the person was. Karen, whatever. It's a Karen. But yeah. So on the heels of that, what else did Kamala Harris have to say?
And here is what I know to be true, Mr. President.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
You are equal parts believer and builder.
I bet you there's some equal parts ice cream in there too, and some other things that are maybe Jell-O related. But what?
And because you are, we are all better off. On behalf of our nation,
I can't do it. So we're better off to have Joe Biden as president of the United States, according to Kamala Harris. Well, what else is she gonna say? I mean,
please welcome Heather Kurtenbach. LGB.
Let's go, Brandon. Right?
So anyway. So we had a little bit of that yesterday. A little uncomfortable. A little more than a little uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable. Hey, speaking of uncomfortable, anybody uncomfortable with Dr. Fauci yet? Are we still talking about the Fauci? We are. The Fauci is still in the news. He says he's not going to step down until COVID's in the rearview mirror. Where is it now? Is it in front of us? Are we tailgating? What are we doing here? Where is COVID right now? Jake, let's talk about this. The Tampa Bay Times want to let everybody know that the Fauci is approaching his 81st birthday, and he told CBS, I guess, over the weekend, they did some Ted Koppel and CBS News, and I don't know, a bunch of old people sitting around a table, that he's not going to step down until COVID's in the rearview mirror. Now, if you're driving in a car and you're thinking rearview mirror, front of windshield, back of windshield, side of the door, I don't know, in relation to where you're sitting in the car, where's COVID? In relation to where you're sitting, is it in the rearview mirror at this point? Or is it in front of us? Is it stuck to the windshield? Where is it?
Yeah, it's in the rear view.
It's in the rear view now, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say it's probably time for him to sign that.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you had to pick a place where COVID is, it's kind of in the rear view. I mean, well, although we're hearing about the uptick in cases up north now. We're starting to hear more cases. Not deaths. We're hearing more about cases. And we knew that was coming because of the way the vax works and how, everything else.
Plus, it's cold, that kind of thing happens.
Yeah, you can stay inside. People get together a little more, and the vaccinated are infecting the unvaccinated, or vice versa, or whatever. Everybody's infecting everybody. You know how that works. But again, I'd say COVID's in the rear view. But nope, he said he's not leaving. He's not stepping down until he believes it's in the rear view. What else did he have to say? Oh, he went after the former president. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that to me was most difficult to accept is that we put together a good plan.
You did?
For how we were going to try and dampen down the spread of infection.
Was that the 50 days to stop the 30-day spread that turned into 60, that turned into masking, no masking, that turned into... I'm trying to think of what that plan was.
Early on.
Yeah.
Thinking that was accepted by everybody.
Yeah.
And then the next day, the president saying, free Michigan, free Virginia. I didn't quite understand what the purpose of that was, except to put this misplaced perception about people's individual right to make a decision that supersedes the societal safety.
Okay, can we play that little part right there again, everybody?
This misplaced perception about people's individual right to make a decision.
Yeah, we got this. Listen, you don't have the right to make a decision like that when you're talking about public safety. Public safety, you already know, and you knew what this was and was not. Everybody knows what the vid is and isn't, and yet we're still talking about the rights of the individual as opposed to the public safety. And how could you possibly do? Really? Is that what we're doing? From a person who can't decide whether a mask is good to use or not.
People should not be walking around with masks.
Let me just state for the record that masks are not theater.
Wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better. And
masks are protective.
But it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is.
Mark, there has not been any indication that putting a mask on and wearing a mask for a considerable period of time has any deleterious effects.
There are unintended consequences. People keep fiddling with the mask.
Hey, can we put you in the rear view? Is that possible? Could Dr. Fauci be in the rear view mirror? Could it be COVID and Dr. Fauci in the rear view? I'm just asking at this point. Listen, sit back, because we do have our individual rights and freedoms, and we also do understand what the COVID is and is not, and we also know what the vaccine is and is not, and mandates and the like. And we're not in a position right now to hear any more from him with regard to all of this, are we? Can we put him in the rear view? It's
Don't Fauci my Florida.
Okay. 239-479-5592. What else do we have? Do we have anything? Should we go to break first? Let's go to break first, and when we come back, I'll find something fun. There's always something good to talk about this morning. We can get into more of the Kyle Rittenhouse case and what I don't want to say, you don't want to say disaster, because, well, let's just put it this way. The prosecution said some things yesterday that were outrageous. Yeah, we'll use the word outrageous. All right, so we'll have some more of that audio coming up in just a second. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
Whether you're commuting to the office or driving to the beach, always stay to the right with 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
This Friday and Saturday only at Duncan's Diamonds. We're having our multi-million-dollar holiday VIP sale. As a very important person, you come in and make your best offer. This VIP sale is your chance to negotiate the best jewelry price of a lifetime. That's right, you name the price. This is the opportunity to save big on fine jewelry and diamonds for the holidays. Choose from Duncan's Diamonds' spectacular selection of certified diamonds and diamond jewelry. 5 times the selection of other jewelry stores. Duncan's Diamonds has the best selection of designer jewelry. Just make an offer on your favorite diamonds and jewelry. This weekend is the perfect time to buy at Duncan's Diamonds Holiday VIP. You can make your best deal on all diamond rings, bracelets, diamond earrings, and more. Select diamonds will be at wholesale prices. Don't miss this opportunity. No reasonable offer will be refused. This Friday and Saturday at Duncan's Diamonds in Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
Hey guys, it's Robbie Raw. As an RN and health and fitness expert, I know that self-care from head to toe is so important for a healthy, fit lifestyle. One of my secrets for staying active, fit, and pain-free are my amazing art supports from the Good Feet store. It's not just about what shoes you wear, it's what's in them and how your body aligns from your feet on up. I'm telling you, these were a game changer for me. I am as active as ever, and I feel like myself again. If you have foot pain, knee, hip, or back pain, the first thing you should do is visit the Good Feet store for a free personalized fitting and test walk. I'm not going to stop living my best life anytime soon, nor should you. To be the best version of you, you need to take care of yourself, and the Good Feet store can make that happen. And by the way, when you feel great, you look great, and that's the raw truth. Learn more and find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com.
You don't get to be the league's all-time leading rusher without feeling some pain.
Pro football legend Emmitt Smith knows joint pain, and he also knows the old treatments aren't the only treatments. Today, there's a natural alternative to drugs and surgery. It's biologic therapies from QC Kinetics.
I'm talking regenerative solutions that encourage your body to heal and repair itself.
Do you have pain in your hips, knees, shoulder, lower back? Want to get your life back? The local medical professionals at QC Kinetics can help.
Call to learn more about this exciting natural way to deal with chronic joint pain.
Don't put it off. Call QC Kinetics. Restorative regenerative solutions with no downtime and lasting results.
Don't let your joint pain keep you from doing the things you love. There's a new natural solution that patients are raving about.
QC Kinetics.
Make the call to QC Kinetics. Tell them Emmitt Smith sent you.
Call QC Kinetics, 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN. QC Kinetics. 239-893-PAIN.
Hey, this is Papa reminding you that our website address is papasroofing.com. That's P-A-P-A-S roofing.com. We also use an expert insurance man, Mike Reba, who specializes in helping folks who are having problems with their homeowner's insurance. As many of you may have had problems with your homeowner's insurance over your roof issues, then maybe Mike can help you. As always, we offer our free tile roof inspection. If we do find needed repairs, we can make it affordable. Don't wait until you receive a demanding or threatening letter from your insurance company. Instead, call Papa, and we will do our best to help you. Let me thank all of you for supporting our family business over the past 35 years. We love Southwest Florida and our customers. God bless you, and God bless America. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, we invite you to call Papa at 945-2700. That's 945-2700. Area code 239-945-2700. License number CCC 1326213. We're open 24/7.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Hey, here's some good news. Looks like Joe Biden got together like on a Zoom call or whatever it was with his old friend Xi Jinping. So yeah, they got together and no talk, no mention of the coronavirus pandemic. No. Their opening remarks, they got together. Yep, and it was nice. It was he was happy to see his friend there from China. And yeah, but no talk of the virus from where's it from again? China. So we didn't have any of that. So that's good to know. Keeping the peace. That's what we do. Speaking of keeping the peace, Jen Psaki's trying to keep the peace. Everybody, look, everything is fine here, everybody. There's nothing to see. Move along. The economy's doing, everything's okay. We're not in the middle of anything bad here.
So I would just note that this is not, sometimes it's, I'm not saying you're doing this, but sometimes people compare this to the Recovery Act of 2009. It is not that. We are not in the middle of a historic economic crisis right now.
No, this is not an economic crisis. It's not historic, highest inflation in 30 years, record supply chain issues, the shortages that we talked about this morning, the gas prices, highest in almost a decade. But it's not historic. I mean, it's everything's just fine. Now, let's not get carried away. So we'll have a little more of Jen Psaki and some of what she said yesterday, because it's always fun to play Jen Psaki. Coming up in just a bit, that'll be on the top 5 audio clips of the day, plus a little bit from the vice president as well. How about the $1.75 trillion social welfare legislation? Maybe it'll cost $5 trillion if they're made permanent. That's what we're hearing. So we'll get to some of that and more coming up. China! All right, easy.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Window World is a family-owned business, and we really mean family. And with a family-owned business, you get a business that is looking to treat everyone right. We live in this community. We want to take care of our friends and neighbors.
With our family-owned business, we are backed by a company that believes in top-quality products at the best price available. That way, more people can afford energy-saving windows and doors, as well as top-quality hurricane-rated high-impact windows that also offer you some increased security to your home.
And being backed by our parent company, we're going to be around for a long time. The guarantee Window World offers is the absolute best guarantee you are ever going to find in a window replacement company. If anything goes wrong with your new windows, Window World, that's us, and Window World Corporate will stand behind it and get it fixed.
No high pressure, no sitting in your home for hours trying to get you to make a decision right away, but simply good business to our friends and neighbors. And when we're through installing your new windows, we'll stand behind those windows with the best guarantee in the window replacement business. See for yourself. Window World, simply the best for less.
In life, it's best to have options. The more options, the better. But the one-size-fits-all approach is never an effective way to get the best possible outcome, especially when it comes to erectile dysfunction and intimacy with the one you love. The Fort Myers Men's Clinic Group has successfully treated over 20,000 ED patients. We know better than anyone that a one-trick pony or a Me Too doctor's office doesn't work with men, and that's why men choose the Fort Myers Men's Clinic. We offer many different FDA-approved options to resolve your ED, not just one. And they're all administered by a Florida licensed medical physician. No matter your age or your medical condition, only the best clinical options to help determine what's best for you. If you're struggling with ED, don't trust the one-trick ponies. Trust the Fort Myers Men's Clinic. After all, 20,000 men can't be wrong. Call today for an appointment at 239-317-7777. That's 317-7777 or FortMyersMen'sClinic.com.
Whether you run your local bookstore or the neighborhood boutique that everyone loves, small businesses like yours make gift giving possible. Now, Comcast Business has a gift for you. Introducing the Gift of Savings Sale. For a limited time, ask how to get our best deal of the year on a gig bundle. You can get a $650 prepaid card when you switch to Comcast Business, the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. That's $650 to spend on whatever your business needs. You could even reward your team for another big year. Or if you want another way to save, you can also get started with internet and voice for $35 each a month when you buy both with a 2-year price guarantee. So give your business the gift of savings today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Offer ends 1/2/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers only. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. President Biden spent more than 3 hours last night on a video call with China's President Xi.
They covered economics, North Korea, and President Biden raised concerns about human rights abuses by China.
All countries have to play by the same rules of the road, why the United States is always going to stand up for our interests and values and those of our allies and partners.
In Washington, Jill Nato, Fox News.
Closing arguments have been made, and a jury in Wisconsin this morning will start deliberating the Kyle Rittenhouse case and whether he lawfully shot 3 people during protests last year.
The prosecutor demonstrating how Rittenhouse held his weapon, putting his own finger on the trigger in the direction of courtroom spectators. The defense rebuking the state's case, arguing they are trying to create a political villain.
Fox's Brooks Singman. Rittenhouse killed 2 men he claims self-defense. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
I-75 is still very congested throughout Lee County. Crash popping up heading southbound on 75 near mile marker 136. This is right as you head towards Colonial around the area of the shopping center and the new Topgolf. Crash with injuries, unfortunately, causing major congestion. That extends all the way down to our next crash on 75, also heading southbound. This one near mile marker 131. This is around the area of Daniels Parkway. Speeds slowing down to around 9 miles per hour, just very backed up overall. Then you get a little bit of a break on 75 southbound. But again, once you get to the Hertz Arena area, pretty much until you get to the Bonita Springs area, going to be very backed up. 41 also seeing some trouble spots heading southbound in the Estero area. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a bit of a chillier start to the day, temperatures should be warming up nicely for this afternoon under a mostly sunny sky. Look for highs reaching near 82 degrees today with winds of the north and east at 10 to 15 miles per hour as we keep with some lower humidity for today. Heading into tonight, we keep it dry straight through your Wednesday morning. A bit more cloud cover allowing for a slightly milder start tomorrow with a low near 62 degrees. We'll warm up to 84 for your Wednesday under a partly cloudy sky. Staying dry through tomorrow. However, rain and thunderstorm chances return for Thursday and Friday as we round out the end of the work week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
There's a reason they call tasteless, stale food leftovers. Feed your brain the right way. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomato's Sports Page. Do you feel American pride and want to shout, God bless America? As a son of immigrants who came through Ellis Island, I stand when the national anthem plays and get emotional thinking of those who have sacrificed for America's greatness. At Stevie's, we're filled with gratitude for our great customers and the country we live in. The firemen, police, emergency service, construction workers, and those who go about each day providing the foundation for our country. We love our customers and express our gratitude with our food, service, and value. Thankful for your dedication for what you do. And to all our great customers, show your love for this great country by going to any Stevie's. Stand at the bar and say loud and clear for all to hear, God bless America, and I'll buy you a 10-ounce beer. Restrictions apply in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. God bless America.
Stevie Tomatoes, Sports Page, come for the food, stay for the sports.
Being involved in a legal dispute can leave you feeling like you've lost control. I'm Eli Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Understanding the law and the rules of evidence can mean the difference between winning or losing your case. If you are involved in a legal dispute and are not sure of your options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
Get ready for a night of solid gold with the Temptations.
Top 5 audio clips of the day. Here we go, Jake. It's time for the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35. Number 5.
I'm telling you right now, this is going to be the misdemeanor from hell for Merrick Garland, Nancy Pelosi, and Joe Biden. Joe Biden ordered Merrick Garland to prosecute me from the White House lawn when he got off Marine One. And we're going to go on the offense. We're tired of playing defense. We're going to go on the offense on this and stand by. By the way, you should understand, Nancy Pelosi is taking on Donald Trump and Steve Bannon. She ought to ask Hillary Clinton how that turned out from them, okay? We're going on the offense.
Going on the offense, appearing in court on contempt charges there. That is right afterwards. That's Steve Bannon, who says we're going on the offense. And that's something that everybody's been talking about. That, listen, this is one of those things where if you want to go to court on this, contempt charges, if you want to talk about this, I guess what the offense is looking at and what we could see moving forward with this January 6th, the insurrectionists and the committees that are coming together. And, oh, by the way, there's some news on Liz Cheney on that as well that we're going to get to. But Steve Bannon is he sounds a little upset.
Number 4.
Well, one of the things that to me was most difficult to accept is that we put together a good plan for how we were going to try and dampen down the spread of infection early on, thinking that that was accepted by everybody. And then the next day, the president saying, free Michigan, free Virginia. I didn't quite understand what the purpose of that was, except to put this misplaced perception about people's individual right to make a decision.
Yeah, this misplaced idea that people have the right to make an individual decision. There's Dr. Fauci, who's upset with the former president of the United States, and calls him out on what they were doing, going after the vid in his time with the former president. And, well, you knew that was coming sooner or later, that Fauci was going to say something negative about the former president. Oh, and by the way, he says he's not going to step down until COVID's in the rearview mirror. Where is it right now? Is it, like, stuck to the windshield? Or I'm just trying to figure out where it's at right now.
Number 3. Mitch Landrieu is starting his job today. He's going to be in attendance at the ceremony today. He'll be traveling with the president tomorrow, and then he will be getting to work right away. And as our executive order is an indication of, the president is very focused. They call him Sheriff Joe for a reason.
They call him Sheriff Joe for a reason? So there's Jen Psaki, who wanted to let everybody know at the White House press briefing yesterday that they've got a brand new person there. Mitch Landrieu is going to lead the roughly $1 trillion infrastructure plan. We're going to put it all together, which is, we can talk about what's in that plan specifically coming up. But, there's a new sheriff in town, I guess, and, they call Joe Biden Sheriff Joe. Who calls him Sheriff Joe? Seriously, who does?
Number 2.
Please welcome Heather Kurtenbach.
In a moment.
Well, there you go. On the heels of Let's Go Brandon, now we have a brand new name here in this administration. I guess Kamala Harris, Vice President of the United States, as she's taking to the podium with Hail to the Chief playing while Joe Biden's standing right next to him. He's like, hey, I'm standing right here. She gets up to the podium and is introduced as somebody named Heather Kurtenbach. So there's Kamala Harris having her Let's Go Brandon moment. Oh, boy.
Number 1.
The court has also instructed you on provocation. You cannot hide behind self-defense if you provoked the incident. If you created the danger, you forfeit the right to self-defense. By bringing that gun...
What? Yeah, just a little bit of the audio. We're going to play some more clips coming up because there's so many of the prosecution yesterday trying to make the case by saying that, listen, Kyle Rittenhouse had a gun on him, an AR-15, a very horrible, awful, mean-looking gun with him that he could have. As a matter of fact, the judge was someone who said, hey, he's allowed to have that there in Kenosha. That you lose the right to self-defense when you're the one who brought the gun. That's right, everybody. So if you have a gun right there, you lose your right to self-defense because, we hate guns, Second Amendment, that kind of thing.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
If we're going to be honest, that's what it is about right now, and that's what the prosecution's trying to do in all the audio that we heard from yesterday, and just some of it so you can get an idea of where the prosecution was going. Look, the jury has it in their hands right now. We're going to find out what happens with this case. People keeping an eye on the results. Some of what the prosecution said yesterday was just a palm firmly implanted in forehead. The prosecutor in the Rittenhouse case, Thomas Binger, was basically not only in the courtroom holding a gun in his hand, breaking all kinds of gun safety rules by having his finger on the trigger, which is a whole other story that people were pointing out. Not only did YouTube decide to censor independent streams of the Rittenhouse trial. No, we can't have that. We can't have people putting out to people who watch their streams what's going on in the closing arguments of this case, because we wouldn't want to have people have too much information on this. But some of the other points that the prosecution made yesterday.
When a bank robber robs a bank and runs away and the crowd comes after him, can he just shoot anybody and claim self-defense? If someone comes up to that person and tries to stop them, tries to disarm them, like Anthony Huber did, do they forfeit their life? Did Anthony Huber forfeit his life by trying to be a hero and stop an active shooter and protect others?
He was a hero? This guy who was there rioting there and now is a hero in some of the things that he was trying to do, because he was trying to stop Kyle Rittenhouse from doing what? What was he trying to do? Okay. Anyway, so that's a part of what the prosecution was saying. What else did he say?
So what does he do that night? Oh, let me tell you all the awful things Joseph Rosenbaum did. He tipped over a porta potty that had no one in it. He swung a chain. He lit a metal garbage dumpster on fire. Oh, and there's this empty wooden flatbed trailer that they pulled out in the middle of the road, and they tipped it over to stop some bearcats, and they lit it on fire. Oh, and he said some bad words. He said the N-word.
That's right. This is what Rosenbaum did, and for that he was shot. Can you believe that? All of these things that are so innocent. This poor innocent person. Well, is that what you're trying to say? Take it for what it's worth, but the point is that this is where the prosecution was going, making the case about the gun, because now the case was about the AR-15 and about the gun. That's the direction that they were going, and the defense knows exactly what this is. They said some things yesterday that were very, very important as far as the case is concerned and what people are starting to hear. First, the defense making this case.
He's running to try and get to the police. Mr. Binger must live in fairy tale land to think that Kyle could stop, put his gun down, and say, hey, everything's good, leave me alone, I'm going to the police. Unfortunately, that's not how the real world works. This was real world.
And then the one portion of the defense statement that makes a lot of sense to people, and the bottom line in this case, and something that people have tried to make the case about, and to try to make the point, but the media is not going to say it, is this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a political case. We can take politics out of it as in Democrat and Republican, but the district attorney's office is marching forward with this case because they need somebody to be responsible. They need somebody to put and say, we did it. He's the person who brought terror to Kenosha. Kyle Rittenhouse is not that individual.
That's the bottom line, everybody. It's the politics of what's going on here. Listen, he used the N-word. He set a dumpster on fire. He tipped over a porta potty. That's not what he did. He was attacking Kyle Rittenhouse. You seem to forget and leave out the self-defense part, the attacking part. You seem to have left that part of it out. And again, the politics at play here, just like he was describing, that's the defense attorney for Kyle Rittenhouse explaining again, going through the details of how this was politically motivated. They couldn't call attention to what was happening in Kenosha and the rioting and the destruction of property and the fires, the looting, all of that. No. They had to have somebody else to go after, and they decided that person was going to be Kyle Rittenhouse, who clearly it seems, as you've looked at this case, was a case of self-defense. And so we'll find out where the jury's going to go with this case. So some of the audio there, there's so much. I mean, we could spend a whole show on all the audio from yesterday. How about a little bit of audio from Jen Psaki? Because it's always fun to end on a Psaki note. So some of the discussion from yesterday, again, some of the audio you heard just a minute ago, Jen Psaki referring to Joe Biden as Sheriff Joe, because that's what people call him. What?
He will be getting to work right away. And as our executive order is an indication of, the president is very focused. They call him Sheriff Joe for a reason.
Who calls him Sheriff Joe? Who calls Joe Biden Sheriff Joe? Who? Please tell us who does that. So there's that portion of it. There was a question about whether or not we're in a crisis or not here in this country, and economically speaking.
I would just note that this is not, sometimes it's, I'm not saying you're doing this, but sometimes people compare this to the Recovery Act of 2009. It is not that. We are not in the middle of a historic economic crisis right now.
No, we're not at all. Everything is just fine. There's nothing historic about some of the things that we're seeing. Well, I mean, there is inflation that is historic right now, and there's some higher gas prices, the most that we have seen in a very, very long time, years and years and years. It's kind of historic, and some other things that have supply chain issues. Well, she was also asked by Peter Doocy about the comments, speaking of the Rittenhouse case. The president got involved in this by calling him a white supremacist. What about that?
Just something tied to an ongoing court case. Why did President Biden suggest that Kyle Rittenhouse, on trial in Kenosha, is a white supremacist?
So, Peter, what I'm not going to speak to right now is anything about an ongoing trial, nor the president's past comments. What I can reiterate for you is the president's view that we shouldn't have, broadly speaking, vigilantes patrolling our communities with assault weapons. We shouldn't have opportunists corrupting
vigilantes with assault weapons that are okay. Again, so there's the narrative. We could just stop. So Jen Psaki again. All right, maybe he's not a white supremacist, but he was a vigilante with an assault rifle. Because if you have a gun in this country, and if you're someone who is a leftist, you think that the reason why you have the gun is for all the wrong reasons, nefarious purposes. That's why you've got it, right? You can't have it for self-defense or any other reason. No, you couldn't. It's only because you're planning on shooting somebody with it. Is that the only? Yeah. So there you go. Vigilantes running this. Okay. We'll see how the case plays out. What else do we have? Oh, I didn't mention this. This is kind of an interesting deal. The Republican Party in Wyoming voted that Liz Cheney is no longer recognized as Republican. So that's an interesting predicament to be in. The 31-29 vote Saturday in Buffalo, Wyoming by the State Party Central Committee follows votes by local GOP officials in about a third of Wyoming's 23 counties and no longer recognizing Liz Cheney as Republican. So, but she's fine. Everything is good. Listen, it's all about Trump. Trump's bad. It's a
China.
Well, no, we don't want to go there. We just need somebody to make some sense for us. That's all.
True international effort to pressure.
That's the guy we got to follow. That's right. It's Orange Man bad. January 6th insurrection. He started the whole thing. There's no doubt about it in my eyes. And
bad and kept care.
And that's all we need to know. So we have that. What else? As I'm skimming through some of the headlines today. Anything else we want to pick up on before we head out the door? Nope. I think we're. I wanted to bring that up, but I guess I could wait till tomorrow. Yeah, we'll wait for tomorrow for this story. There's some school board critical race theory stories that I want to kind of dig into tomorrow a little bit, and it continues. It's not going to go away anytime soon, and neither are you, which is a good thing. You just wonder why there would be somebody, let's say a Texas man, as we look at this story, who appeared to threaten opponents of critical race theory. I thought it doesn't exist, but it's something that if you're talking about, we have to threaten you. At a school board meeting this week, a Texas man threatening opponents of critical race theory at a school board meeting, warning other parents that he had, quote, over 1,000 soldiers and was, quote unquote, locked and loaded against people who had a problem with critical race theory. That seems kind of threatening. So we'll get to some of that coming up tomorrow. And yeah, look, one of the things that we are noticing quickly, and you can go to break, Jake, it's cool. One of the things that we are noticing is that there are those that are willing to dox, there are those that are willing to threaten, there are those that are willing to make you feel uncomfortable for your political positions. And those are the minority of voices that are telling the majority what's going on and what's going to happen. And it's up to us to be strong and continue to speak out against a lot of things that are negative in our society, and it's certainly with our kids, because you don't poke the bear when it comes to the kids. No. But the other part of it is also knowing that in 22 and 24 there's always important elections coming up, but certainly locally and statewide and nationally, the concerns that people have about electing the right people who understand who's in charge, and that's you. That's us. And we need people to stand up and protect our communities. All right, let's find out what's going on with the remainder of the forecast for today with Wink News meteorologist Casey Sherman.
After a bit of a chilly start for some today, temperatures warm up nicely under mostly sunny sky with highs